You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting sets. Come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh at needs, gonna listen trees, gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing the song to the break of dawn. Gonna rock this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready for one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting sets. And come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Oh yeah, welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah.
My name is Joe Rad. This is the PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Oh my God, what are we on? Episode 33 of season 3. My goodness, we're doing a little special episode today, and I know it's not the regular time, a little afternoon episode, but that's because we have some fantastic guests from the East Coast of the United States, but also from Romania. So today, joining us first, let's welcome Cyrus, aka Darky. How you doing, buddy?
Hey everyone,
Welcome
good.
to the show.
excited to be here.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, we're excited to have you, man. I know you've been watching the show for a long time and collecting for a long time, and I can't wait to talk about what you got. And then also all the way over from Romania, we're joining us. We have Klamath. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, glad to be here. Hello, everyone.
So obviously, first impressions, I'm gonna say what everybody's saying right now. God dang, Klamath, you got a nice wall of stuff behind you. That is amazing. Oh my goodness. Look at both of you. This is a proper show. This is proper. I like this. I like where we're going right
Thank
here.
you.
And then oh my good, like I can't wait to talk about it. You guys both, like, I've been, since we started before the show, I've been trying to focus and I just keep staring at behind you like, oh my goodness, what is all this stuff? So I'm very excited. So thanks for joining us. So why don't we just start off, don't you tell us a little about yourself, Darky? Start off, who you are, where you're from, what do you like to collect?
Sure. So I'm originally from Romania, born and raised, and then I moved through Europe to different countries like Czech Republic, Poland, and then I hit from US, the east coast of US, and not much. I collect since I don't know 20 plus years now. And I have
Not much.
A good
little.
collection. A good collection of games.
I'd hope so. After about 20 years, that's just a little collecting. You might have one thing, picked up a few things here or there.
I got the golden age of collecting when everything was cheap, but I didn't have any money, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know how that feels too. And then currently, as the title of the show suggests, you're working on the full Switch set. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Almost there.
Let's see. Maybe with the pickups on the show, I will be completed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for now. I mean,
Yeah,
every hour.
For now, of course. Yeah.
There'll be like, another 4 or 5 games that come out,
Yeah, for sure.
And then obviously you have to get all the codes in the boxes, right?
No.
No?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
No code.
okay.
I hate the code in the box. It's the cancer of collecting, to be honest. So,
It is, and it's always disappointing when you're like, scrolling through a site looking for games to buy, and then you'll see some game that on the list that you'd like to get, and you're like, wow, what a great deal! That's a great price. And you look and you
No.
see got that thing. You're like, you almost got me once again.
I will tell you some stories whenever I will show some of my pickups. I will tell some stories how complicated things are to collect these days because of the wrong advertising and the wrong pictures, long descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
It's hell. But
Yeah, I'm good. No, good. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's doable. It's still you need to put your mind into it, and you need to bypass all the challenges, and eventually you'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've joked around, but not really joked around. And I feel like, buying video games in 2024 is a part-time job in and of itself. If you want to like get the right stuff and find out what's available, and like the amount of research you have to do to get the right version from the right region with the right language, with the right art, with the right patch on it, with the right, it just gets wilder and wilder. Like with Switch now, there are different versions with updated patches on the carts, for example. Like there are people that track that stuff now. So it's like, well, the first one that came out in the US has version 1.01, and then the version that just came out in Europe's got 1.04, and then Japan just got a reprint 1.05. You're like, I'm like, okay, this is like it has gone too far. I can't keep up. Like now I'm like, what am I supposed to wait like 10 years until they're just done manufacturing and be like, all right, now which games do I buy? It's just so crazy.
And the answer is simple to that, Joe. Everything. Just buy everything. And then you will be set. It doesn't matter if it's version 00.3 A, B, Q, whatever. Just buy them.
Yeah, that's true.
Stay focused.
Exactly. Just be a man. Just do what you got to do. All right. I know the wife's giving you hell, but do what you got to do. If you need to buy all 4 copies, so be it. Klamath, you have a beautiful wall, like I said, behind you. This is amazing. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you like to collect?
Thank you. I have a beautiful wall, but it's just for the looks. I mean, I can compare with.
It's all empty. There's no games in any of them.
No. I have only good in the box.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Because are affordable. No, but in terms of how big my collection is, it's nothing compared to Darky. But I like to collect for every kind of platforms, because I no longer try to make any full sets. I tried to do PS Vita once, but it became too expensive for me. And then I tried, of course, Wii U. I'm close with Wii U, but still I have some games which are pretty expensive. Maybe sometimes I will have the full set for Wii U, because it's something doable. I think there are 160 or something games, at least on the PAL region. Now I have a full set of Evercade, if you consider this console now. I really like this platform. But on the rest, I have a lot of PlayStation 4 games, Switch. But usually I buy what is really cheap, or is something that I really want to play, or I dream that sometimes I will be able to play it. Of course, the majority of the games will not be played because, the time is limited. And besides that, I have a pretty, not big, it's small, I guess, under 100 games, big box PC games. Because back in Romania, this was the platform preferred in the 90s, at least, because we weren't able to buy any Western consoles. Of course, in the 80s, we're still in the communist regime, and nothing was available here. And then in the 90s was a really bad time for the Romanians, really poor life in Romania, because we did the transition from communist regime to capitalism, let's say, and it was really costly. To have an idea, I mean, the salary was something around $100 in the 90s, and the games were in magazines, but in the shops, but at the same prices in the US and the other countries. I mean, 40, 50 US dollars. So in Romania, we don't have any tradition in collecting, at least until after the 2000s, let's say, when we got in the European Union and everything was better for all of us.
That's really fascinating because I mean, I've actually seen they had like there were some bootleg consoles available. I've seen from some regions from Eastern Europe and from Russia and stuff like that. That, like you said, they like just you guys couldn't, they weren't available. So I saw like weird, like hacked versions of games and like almost like homebrew versions of games, and they weren't quite right and stuff like that. So I've seen some stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting that you guys like don't have that secondhand market for old NES and Master System, and because it just wasn't around. I feel like that's a lot in Europe in general. That's a lot. Like I feel like a lot of people in the retro scene over there are really into the home PC scene, like a lot of Commodore and Amiga and a bunch of like MSX. What is it? MS? I don't know. A bunch of PCs that I don't even know the names of. Like there's like a lot of them, but
MSX was more for the Japanese market, Joe.
Okay.
We had like a ZX Spectrum Sinclair.
ZX, that's what it is. Okay, yeah.
And Amiga, yeah.
Now, is that what you did? Was that more 80s or was that more 90s or something like that? Like
80s to 90s.
Okay.
Kind of around 93, 94, we started to have like actual IBM compatible PCs. So.
Okay. Well, 90s PC games are fantastic. I was I didn't collect anything for PC. I didn't have any like thought to back in the day. You know what I mean? I was I wish like there was tons of stuff I wish I'd kept, but I loved FPS games especially, and then PC games. Like I remember I used to drool over PC games in magazines when I was a kid. So we did have consoles and stuff like that. Like I had access to that, but like having a PC was like, it was really expensive when I grew up where I was. Like some kids have them, and then if you did have them, it'd be like one per family, and it'd be like in the living room with the whole family, and like you'd be lucky to ever even get to use the thing, let alone play games on it. And then back in the 90s, if you wanted to play online, you had to tie up your phone line because that's how you connected to the internet. And I had 5 sisters, so forget that. That phone is busy. Forget that. You'd be lucky to use the phone to call someone at all, or to get a call. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. See, back in the day, kids, you had to like only one person could be on the phone at a time. I have to explain this to the youth.
Yeah.
And if your sister was on the phone and your friend called you, it would like do this little beep thing, right? And your sister would click over and be like, "Yeah, you're not important. You're Joe's stupid friend," and they would hang up on them. And like, it was different back then, guys.
Yeah. So in Romania, it was even worse because there were 2 families sharing one line. So it was like you were sharing with somebody else, with some other household. If you were like the unlucky bastard to be in that situation, which were a lot of people, and in the countryside or in a smaller cities, there were not even telephone lines installed. They had to use the public lines, or they had to go to the post office to make calls.
Oh my
so
goodness.
It was pretty crappy.
Yeah.
I mean, people
but
don't
in a way,
know what communist is. I think communism for everyone is like, it's socialism, equality, all the bullshit, ideology. But in reality, it's super bad.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of those things that's it's the way I've always looked at it. I'm like, it's a great idea if it was for like not humans, but if for humans, it's a terrible idea because I don't know if you realize, but humans, we're kind of bad, we're kind of douches, and we don't play by the rules, and we don't, so if you think you're going to make a fair system, that's not how things work. Like games, think about it in games too. It's just that like the gaming world, like think about like the anti-cheat, what they have to do to stop people from cheating in games. They have to like put in DRMs and this and that and but the amount of effort just to get people to stop cheating in a game, which is not important. Now imagine real life when it's food, money, power, all the things that actually matter. What people will do. Yeah, it's just you can't
all of that.
You can't have a system like, so I've always said like real life should be designed like games in a way. Like you have to always consider that everyone's a POS and they're going to try to break all the rules, and you have to try to design a system that cannot be effed with. Like you can't mess with it. It's impossible though. Like well, it's not possible. It's not impossible, but then you end up with tyranny, freedom, You know, it's always like this trade-off.
Yeah.
There's no perfect everything. It's always a trade-off. Like you increase one thing that takes away from something else. Nothing's ever perfect. So yeah, it is what it is. But I'm glad that things have changed, and you guys are now fulfilling your capitalist dreams of owning every game that you've ever wanted. How does that feel? It must feel nice.
I mean, it is nice. It's at least the availability. I mean, I think in the let's say in the early days of video games, there were not so many games, and those games were hardly available to certain people because they were like specific to a country or specific to a region. But these days it's like it's a flood. We are experiencing a flood. You can buy from anywhere, you can play from anywhere. Even the basically all the makers of consoles and these platforms, like large platforms, they're not even locking the games to the region or making anything. It's only, and I think everything is more streamlined. For example, in the past, you had the TV signals, you had the analog signals, right? You had the PAL, you have the NTSC, NTSCJ, SECAM, SECAM-B, SECAM, whatever. There were so many standards, television standards. These days, digital, everything works. Just connect the HDMI cable, bam, you are on. So people are blessed these days. To be honest, they don't even realize. So
yeah, I it's oh man. So there's this thing going around on social media where people are like, you know, is gaming in a rut? Is there not an, you know, is there nothing good coming out and blah 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 blah? And as a collector, I'm just like, dude, I'm buried. I'm buried. I need another job to afford all the games I want. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not in a rut. There's no rut. And if there is a rut, I got like a backlog of PS1, PS2, and PS3. I could never ends. Like, I don't know. So I don't know when you guys collect. Well, you're probably pretty focused if you're going for a full set, but like I usually just like collect PS4 for a little while, and then I kind of like, oh yeah, PS2, and then I'll just collect PS2 for a little while, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, PS1, and I'll move back. I don't know. I never really like
same here.
Yeah, I'm just more like what I feel like it, or I just go with the flow, with the vibe. Like I don't know.
It depends how you want to do it, right? After a certain point, in my collection life cycle, I always encounter all kinds of opinion, I mean, people are saying, oh, you have all this crap. I said, yes, but I have also all the good games. But because after you finish to buy all the good games, you buy the mediocre games. And then after that, you buy the so-and-so games. And then you have to buy the crap eventually if you're on the set. But it's not like I don't have the good games. I already have them. You cannot say, oh, what is this crappy game? Okay, you have 50% crappy games. And then you have the 10-15% of the creme de la creme, right? All the best titles and all the sought after titles and all of that.
So well, you also have the benefit too right now if you're collecting during the current gen cycle of buying the crappy games that will eventually be worth ridiculous amounts of money, as opposed to doing, you know, if you, let's say you try to do a full set in 10 years of the Switch, now you might have to pay 10 times as much for a crappy game.
I mean, let's wait for the Switch conversation. Let's wait until we'll discuss about the collection, and because even today there are super crappy games that cost 3, 4, 5, 6 times their original price, which is silly considering Switch is like a current generation type of console. Because
I've never seen anything like this. It's weird. Same with PS4. There's some games that I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You worried about reprints at all?
No. Absolutely zero concerns about reprints.
Yeah.
I actually, if they reprint titles, I will make sure I get them because it's different variants, hopefully, of the game. Patches included or DLC included, which is a better experience for everyone. Everyone should embrace all the reprints or all the new versions. I mean, game of the year, best of whatever, platinum or whatever, essentials, whatever it's released based on the region.
Do you collect consoles as well?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So do you have like
I collect a lot. And
Yeah.
so my collection is like, I would say like 20,000 games. And probably
Oh,
like
okay, wow. All right. I need this. My girl, Steph, you gotta hear this. He's got 20,000 games.
yeah, and a lot of
You
consoles.
just-
I don't know. I have
you just made me
hundreds probably. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm at about, I think maybe like 3,000 games.
No,
And like
3,000 is a rookie number. Joe, come on.
it is.
Ramp up those numbers, man. What are you doing?
That's what's funny about doing this podcast is like it's been very humbling. Like I like to collect, and I think I have a great collection, and then I think I'm sometimes I'm like, oh man, I got too much stuff, and then I'm like, I'm small potatoes. I'm just like you said, I'm a rookie. I'm an amateur. I'm in the minor leagues. No, for real though. Like when it comes, well, it depends. Like I have a great collection. I love my stuff. Like that's why my collection I love because every game I'd be like, oh, I love this game. Let's play it. Every single one. I'll be excited to play it, even the terrible ones. But when it comes to collecting, that's like its own thing too. Like, you know, and it's regardless of whether it's games or anything, whether it's you're collecting paintings, oil cans, toys, whatever it is, having a full set and being dedicated and stuff like that and being that passionate, that's like its own thing. And like, I respect the hell out of that. And that's what I mean. Like, that's the difference between, for me, the minors and the majors. Like some people, like they're freaking dedicated, like seriously. And I'm, like I said, more like an ADHD fly by the night, buy some of that, buy some of this, sell some of this, blah, blah, blah. Like just, I kind of go where the wind takes me. I don't have like that game plan, that focus, that drive.
I should go to my garage to show you my collection of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and then you will understand the games are nothing. It's just
okay, yeah. Well,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's true. I suppose if you just like, I'll just sell one of the Bugattis. And
yeah. So,
no problem. I mean, that's fair. Now, do you collect Switch too, Klamath, or is it just more PlayStation guy, or where do you fall?
No, I collect a lot of Switch games because of the size. I mean, I cannot afford all the games that Darky affords, and also I don't have the space for it.
No Lamborghinis, no.
No. I don't even drive, so my wife drives.
I collect puffies.
But I bought a lot of Switch because at the beginning I wanted to make a full set, and I paid a lot of money for every Japan release or Asian releases in the beginning of Switch. But what is happening with the Switch is crazy now, and for me it's unaffordable. So I am doing like you. I'm buying what I feel at every moment. But Switch is on the first place because of the small size. Before Switch was PlayStation Vita also. And the other thing that I like at Switch is that they are reprinting a lot of classic games. And I have some examples here to show you. And
sure. Good.
For example, this is Siberia. I have them on cartridge, all of them separate. There are many releases.
That's cool.
Which is, of course, a PC game, basically. I have here the first release on small box of Siberia. And this is something that I really like at Switch, that they have all that classic games made available on this small format, and I want to collect them, especially that releases are on my list, and I have a few of them. No.
Yeah, I always say, like, some people are like, I'm sick of remasters and remakes and stuff like that, and I understand that, but like, if you're talking about like old retro stuff being brought to modern consoles, like, I am a huge fan of that. I want that for as much as possible. I don't even care if it gets a fresh coat of paint. I just like having it on the modern platforms. Like, so I do love that trend. Like, even, you know, I was showing off the other day, I got the new Boulder Dash for the Switch, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
me
dude,
too.
rad. I love Boulder Dash. Let's go. Like I'm like I love bringing that over. And then I know you mentioned, yeah, exactly, dude. Like that's a good time. I don't care how long it's been. That game's fun. Like I want everything brought over. I want Dig Dug. I want everything redone. Let's go. Oh gosh, what was I saying?
Yeah, the same with Evercade. I mean, it's the
that's
same
what I was
thing.
gonna say. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was just gonna say. Is you mentioned the Evercade, and I think it's super cool. They're porting like a lot of the Commodore stuff over and the Atari stuff over, and bringing it onto like a modern way to play it and a handheld way to play it. I think that's super cool.
And on cartridge, I mean, it's something nice for collecting. Also, the Duke Nukem 1 and 2, the best versions are on Evercade now.
Yep, I bought the gosh, I have it packed away, but I bought the Duke Nukem Evercade console, that edition, the special one. Yep, the Atomic Edition. Yep. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, there it is. Oh, you got it all. So you get the Atomic Edition, the regular console with the arcade bundle, the EXP, the special EXP. Let me ask you something, Cyrus or Darky. Did you order that EXP, and was yours one of the ones that were stolen? Because that happened to me.
It happened to me also. They apologized. They sent me a letter and all of that. So.
Yep. Here's mine right here. I got the same one. I got the fancy one, and I couldn't even believe it. I thought I was getting trolled. I was like,
so I bought the regular one.
Mm.
So the special edition, I bought the black one. So I had to, that one got stolen, and then I bought like a regular one because it was launched on the market. I really wanted to see how the new screen looks like, how the new feel is, because the old console is kind of it's not so good.
Yeah.
I was posting the other day on their Facebook group. So I have also the original, it was called game, help me, Klamath. Do you remember how it's called? Game
Informer is a magazine.
No. So they had Blaze as a company. They released one console.
The first one before
the Evercade. So it was called. I have like.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I posted on their forum and say, "Hey guys, look here. This was the precursor of the Evercade, and it was a disaster. It was a different team, different management, whatever, and." I had it. I pre-ordered it when I was in Poland many years ago. So I think it was released in 2010, 12, something like this.
Yeah. So they have the new announcement for Evercade with the new consoles, and
the dumbed down one. So
I'm a little disappointed because I thought it would be a little like a hardware upgrade, but apparently it isn't.
It's a downgrade.
It's a downgrade. It's basically the same thing, but without the Capcom games, which is fine because as a physical collector, I'm not really that concerned with the digital content on my thing anyway. It would have been cooler to get the Capcom games in a cart, to be honest with you, but that's another conversation. But I did, they are doing the new Giga Cart thing, which is cool. So they're going to have like bigger carts where they can put bigger games on it. But I'm thinking like, there's only a limit to that though, because the Evercade comes with, just a D-pad. Like the regular default controllers, and unless they come up with analogs, there's only so much they can go before they hit that, don't you think? Or are they going to come up with? They mentioned
they will bring controller support, and you can connect any controller. I think.
Is that a thing? Just right through USB?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I vaguely remember, so don't quote me on that. I vaguely remember they were saying something about that. So
I don't think they will go past the PlayStation 1, to be honest.
From the compatibility, I don't think they can, but
even from the hardware point of view, I don't think they are able to go further. Cool. Yeah,
I will send you a picture, Joe.
I know. It's one of those things where I'm excited about it, but I'm also like, because there's only so much they can do with it, and it's not like they're gonna get like Nintendo games or anything. I don't think like Nintendo's never gonna work with them, right? That would blow my mind. Imagine they got some old N64 carts going or something. But either way, I love Evercade. I think it's a great value, and if you do some research to see what games come on what carts and stuff, it's amazing. Actually, some of the stuff you can get, like In the Hunt is on one of the carts, and that blew me away. That's a really expensive PS1 game, so I was happy to have that on a cart. That new Dodo game, I can't remember what it's called, from Pixel Love. It's like a new arcade style game. Donut Dodo, something like that. Donut, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, it's like it's available on the Switch, and you can buy it physically on the Switch for like $30 or $40 or whatever. But it's on an Evercade cart for 20 as well, with like 7 other games too. So
yeah,
it's
the value proposition. It's amazing for the Evercade. I don't know what people are not realizing, that it's insane. Basically, almost every single car. There are some exceptions, but almost every single car has like at least 2 games on it. So, and it's like $19 or something, $20, whatever. And they brought in very kind of obscure arcade only games that they released, and the variety, like old kind of computer, how they call it, computer cards, like emulations. So it's insane. It's super cool. I will support them as much as possible, and I really play their games. That's the thing. In the Hunt actually was kind of a immediate buy for me, because I was looking for the game. Me being like also a Neo Geo fan, I really love the NASCAR game. So the team which did In the Hunt did also Metal Slug. So
yeah, it definitely shows with the artwork as well. Yeah, the Neo Geo and SNK games, just all that stuff, like, man, like the artwork for that stuff is the best. So I have a little surprise, you'll see. So like one of the things for the quiz is I've been making stuff for the show, and I found a way to import like old fighting game backgrounds. So I have like 50 of them, and they're like, I have a bunch of like really awesome ones from old like King of Fighters games. It's so sick, dude. So yeah, the old pixel art from those games are so good, especially fighting games. I feel like that's like a underappreciated thing. Like those scenes, there's so much detail and love put into all the little things going on and all the little motion going on and everything. Like some of them are incredible. So
I think in the Art of Fighting, they had like between 30 and 60 sprites per animation. So on one of the Art of Fighting, on the second or on third one, on the back is like the designed animation frame, like of a hit, and it was showing every single frame of animation of one of the characters. I don't remember, but it's insane. I mean, you can see how he's like started to hit, and then he's turning and he's hitting it's a high kick. It was insane. It's beautiful. Indeed, they put so much effort, and the guys who did it, they were like kind of super experts into doing pixel graphics and animation.
Oh, I mean, they really were, because at the time, if you were in the arcades, you could tell those games were just insane. Like they looked incredible compared to like what was available at the time, you know. And not that other stuff wasn't great, but they, like you said, there was always more like to the motions, to the animations. They were more like detailed. They were like just more fluid. There was more going on. They were less choppy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like old fighting games and stuff like that. You hit the punch button, the fist is just like, poof, like that. You know what I mean? But like, not in SNK games. Like you'll see like his hair's moving in the wind, and like he winds back up, and then he does the full motion. Like it's like more like there's more to it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like there's like you can.
Yeah,
say,
that's
like,
what I'm saying. The frame of how many frames, character frames they will add per animation. So they use a lot, like 3 or 4 sequencing of the fist. It's of course you'll see the motion more fluid, and you'll feel like, oh, this guy, it's real, because your eye will not have to, fill the gaps between the okay, the fist is here and then it hits something, right? The hitbox. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Klamath, now I think you guys are talking about this with the short. Do you do like a show too? Do you have like a podcast or something like that, or?
Yeah, we are doing a pickups show. I'm doing with Darky in Romanian. And also we are doing something. We talk about gaming magazines before the show. We are doing something related to gaming magazine. We are taking a gaming magazine and start browsing for through it, and then we also try some of the demos that comes with the cover CDs, and it's something that we really enjoy. We buy a lot of the games that we rediscover in the magazines from the 90s, I mean, and the big boxes, which are really nice, and we couldn't afford to buy them back then. And these two kind of shows are what we are doing on the Romanian channel.
Okay. So do you have like a channel on YouTube, or where do you do your show?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Okay,
but
cool.
it's a Romanian channel, completely in Romanian.
All right. So, if you guys want to see stuff in Romanian, that's cool. I mean, you can get nowadays like AI programs to translate for you and stuff like that, right? Not live, like if you're doing like a live broadcast, but I think you can get something to do that, right? Something like
that. Probably you can, but anyway, it's tailored to the Romanian public. There are the gaming magazines from Romania. We have all kind of stories from back in the 90s. We are talking about that, and but personally, but I'm a geek. I would be interested to see some Brazilian gaming magazines and a show like this, for example, because they had
That'd
something.
cool.
Somehow they were like us. I mean, they couldn't afford the games, and they pirated a lot in the 90s. I think they are still pirating more than us. Anyway,
maybe I can't deny or confirm. Yeah, I think South America, there was a big Master System was the huge thing down there that was available. So like they got Master System games from Sega, I think, for like a long time after the most other markets stopped carrying them, because like you said, they didn't really have access to much else, and that was like their thing. And they're like are games that on the mouse, like it was like Sonic CD came out on the Master System. How the hell is that possible? It's like you'll find games that are like you just shouldn't be on the Master System that did get ported, and then some like weird like games like I don't know. There's like a Mega Man on this Master System. I think
they have a Final Fantasy 7 on the Master System, like a NES. I think it was a NES ROM, highly modified, and then they added that to, they ported to Master System. But yeah, Brazil, it's insane. I would really love to, because I think whoever lived there had a lot of stories about that. Because of their import tax, I think they cannot afford even today, because everything that they had like 100%, 150 to 100% import tax. So you want to bring a PS5 there, it will cost you $2,000 or more than that, and who will afford? I mean, yeah, there are people, but very few. So yeah, crazy stuff.
So you said that you guys were like, well, especially you were into like 90s PC games. Like, what were your like some of the franchises or games that you liked to play as a kid?
Well, I started with Doom back in the 90s. This was my first game on the PC, on the first PC that I got. And I played a lot of first-person shooters in the 90s. It was a good period for this kind of games.
Glory days,
Quake, of course. But even some of the games which are not that well thought of, like Daikatana, for example, is one of the games that I really like. You have it. You have it on N64.
The N64, N64 one, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have the actual PC game, but it's just funny that you mentioned it, because this is very few PC games that I own, and it's absolutely one of them. I have this, and like StarCraft and Diablo and Warcraft 3 and some of the games I played.
Yeah, of course, StarCraft, Diablo, Warcraft.
Blizzard was my. I loved Blizzard games back in the day, man. Oh
Blizzard
my goodness.
North. You mean?
Yeah. Good, the real Blizzard, the good stuff. I'm talking Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, Diablo 1, Diablo 2, the good stuff. StarCraft 1. Whew, goodness. I lost many hours of my life playing Frozen Throne on Warcraft 3 and StarCraft. Like, good goodness, I love those games. I love RTS games. I'm sad that it's like a dead genre, to be honest with you. It just doesn't seem to be like something that anyone makes anymore.
Yeah, not even indie studios, because also the point and click, the adventures was a dead genre at one moment, but at least there are some indie studios which are still producing games in this area. But real-time strategy is not too much. I don't know.
Maybe there
are. I don't know about them. New ones. I mean, yeah. Other than that, also Westwood was big back then with Command and Conquer, and they had some other games like
Lands of Lore.
Lands of Lore, yeah, the series of
Blade
RPGs.
Runner.
Blade Runner, the point and click, which was destroyed by Night Dive.
Well, I bet that was like pushing your PC. Did you have any issues back then, like running the games? Like that was my problem in the 90s. Is I'd always had a potato. So even if I had a computer, like I could never play anything new. I always have to play older stuff.
Well, I was lucky. I mean, I had my first PC was back in '94 or 486.
Hell yeah!
With 8 megabytes of RAM, it was pretty good for that year. Yeah,
94. I got that probably the same computer in 98. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I probably got my 486. I had like an Apple the green screen, dude, playing like Oregon Trail and Number Munchers. That was what I was doing. Sorry.
Yeah, so basically from my first computer, I had that problem that I had to use the programs that limit your CPU speed to be able to run some of the games. So they were a thing even on 486. You needed to run something like that to be able to play older games for 286 or something like that. And then later I got pretty early in the 3D craziness. I mean, I had a Voodoo 2 in 98.
Oh, you were crushing Quake. You were crushing Quake. Quake 2 at that point, right?
Yeah, Quake 2 was
oh god,
the first. I think it was the first game I tried. I was playing it on software, and I was, what is this?
It's still one of my favorite games of all time. It's Quake 2. Oh my goodness, hours and hours and hours playing LAN parties with my friends, just railgun fights. Just oh my god, it was so fun. Did you play that too, Cyrus? You played Quake coming up, or?
I mean, I was a pretty good Quake 2 player.
I didn't say I was good. I just said we played.
No, I was actually good. I was playing competitively in Romania, so I played Quake. Then we moved to Unreal Tournament. Then we moved to Counter-Strike. So in Counter-Strike, we are part of the Professional Gaming League. So they created a franchise, and basically it started from Romania, and then it's expanded. So the guy who kind of cooked that was also the kind of the creator of the largest forum. Like in the old days, forums were initially it was the BBSs, because I see somebody from the chat was talking about the BBSs. So initially it started as a BBS. They had the gaming magazine, which is computer games, and then they moved as a forum, and then the guy advanced as professional gaming, and then from there he only focused on professional gaming today. It's one of the guys in Romania. He is pretty well known.
It's pretty
so
sick,
I was playing with one of the teams in Romania. I think they were like number 2 in the world at some point. So
you were on the team? You were playing?
No.
Counter-Strike? Oh no. Okay. Jeez.
Silvius Troy, Daniel, you're right. Somebody from the chat was commenting. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so FPS is definitely amazing back then. I liked FPSs and RTSs, and I did like some point and click adventure games. Like I don't know about you guys, but I did play some of those ones, like some of those old Sierra Online ones. I like Gabriel Knight. I don't know if you ever played that, like stuff like that. I like Myst. if we played Riven or Mist or any of those games too. That was a big deal for me. I never finished Riven. Is there a human that ever finished Riven? Does anyone actually finish that game?
I wasn't able also. I finished Mist, but not Riven.
Oh yeah, Mist was like reasonable. Riven,
Yeah.
I played for like 3 weeks, and I had like, you see those pictures where like someone draws on the wall and they look like a crazy person. They got all the lines connecting, and it's like this big thing with yarn, and their hair's all messed up. And that was me playing Riven after like 3 weeks. So I had all these notes and all these scrawls and this stuff, and I was just like, and I still can't unlock anything. I can't go anywhere. All I do is go back and forth and write notes and switch discs. I cannot figure out anything. Like, oh man, the good old days. No help. I had no guides. There was no Google. Maybe there was Google back. I don't even know. But when I was playing it, I had no help. Just I had to figure out how to play that game, like the old days. You just had to actually figure it out. Like brutal. You guys don't know what that was like. You get stuck. You were really stuck.
Dirty Little Helper, it was called. There was a tool that had all kind of guides, and but that was probably later on, 96, 7, probably 98 or something like this, when it started to be more popular. But otherwise, you need to call the line. You remember, Joe? At least in US, you had.
Oh yeah,
Help me, Mist, or help me, Riven.
I think I think the computer that I played Riven on wasn't even hooked up to the internet because it didn't have Wi-Fi, and like we couldn't run a cable through. Like it was just like a standalone computer. Like it didn't even have it. I couldn't like literally.
You have a modem. You connect it to the phone, and then you dial the number, and then.
Oh, so yeah, I remember calling those numbers when I was a kid and getting in trouble, spending a lot of my parents' money on tips and hints and stuff for Nintendo games. Want to hear a traumatizing event that happened in my life? This is a real thing. One time there was some sort of contest. I can't remember. It was on TV or the radio. I can't remember what the hell it was we were watching, but it was like this contest to win a Super Nintendo with like 20 games or something like that. And it was like, call this number, and if you get through, you'll win. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, this sounds like something I should do with my life as a child. Sure. So I grabbed the phone and I was just dialing it, and it just busy. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to win. I'm not going to get through. And then all of a sudden I got through, and it was like a recording, and it was like, congratulations. And I was like, oh my God. And then it was like, please enter your zip code. And I was like a little kid, and I'm like, I was dumb, and I didn't know the difference between my area code for my phone number and my zip code where I lived, because I was like 8 or something. I was so stupid. So I put the wrong number in, and then I didn't know what to do. And so I literally just like hung up and tried to call back. And I couldn't get through. And I still, to this day, am so bitter about it. I'm so mad because I actually would have won that damn thing. Oh, good stuff. Good memories. Yeah.
In Romania, we had a service you could connect to XNet, it was called, which was free to connect to the internet when we had the modems. And
Dial-up,
the thing was that with dial-up, the thing was that of course during the day it was really costly to make a phone call, and everyone was doing this after 10. So between 10 p.m. and 7, I think, in the morning, they were really cheap to make phone calls, especially for this, to be able to connect, I guess, to the internet. And but was almost impossible to connect to the free line. It was also one which you could pay, but no one paid in Romania for that. And everyone was trying to get a line there. And in the end, the only solution was to connect with 10-15 minutes before 10, and you are paying for that 10 minutes more than the entire night for the phone company. And the speeds back then were amazing. I mean, I remember that we were a bunch of friends, and we talked before the night. You will download this song, I will download this song, and you download that song, and in the morning we'll have the full album for that band. Yeah, really nice. I see that I have a question from the chat regarding Daikatana. I know it's really hated.
Yeah, I was going to highlight that earlier. We kind of went off topic, but yeah, I'm curious too. What do you love about that? Because, like you said, it's like notoriously criticized,
especially on N64, I guess. But on PC now, when you love something, it's pretty difficult to define why you love that. But usually, I like to play some of the games which are not well received. I like to try them, and other thing that I like is to try all the games that appeared made on based on engine that I liked. So Daikatana was on Quake 1, I believe, started. I don't remember now if they migrated to Quake 2, but they started with Quake 1, and I managed to finish the first episode, which is notoriously bad on Daikatana. But the other 3 episodes I really enjoyed because at that time in 2000 we didn't had any more this kind of atmosphere in the first-person shooters. They are trying to make a lot of cyberpunk games or more modern, other than the World War II games which were popular back then. And I like that on the second episode you go to Greece. On the third episode you go to a castle, and it had some of the Quake atmosphere. The third episode of Daikatana, and then of course the fourth one wasn't that good. Anyway, I remember that I had to use the command line to finish the game because you had some sidekicks with you which you could lost in the level. But nowadays it's in a much better state, Daikatana. There are some patches, modes which improve the AI for the sidekicks, so you can have a better experience with the game. It's not a great game, but it's a game made by one of my favorite developers, so I wanted to try it even from back then. And as a matter of fact, it's the first game in my collection. So
really?
I bought it.
The first thing?
This is the first game that I bought.
Gotcha. That's the one that's funny because, like, a lot of the times when people are like, what scratch that itch, it's not like, some crazy popular game super thing. That's like something personal. Like I've talked about it many times. For me, it was Brave Sense of Musashi, which just randomly one day I was compelled to buy. Like, I want to play that again. Like, I just need to do that, and I went out and bought it, and like that's where it all started. So it must for you just have that memory. Like, you know what, man, I love Daikatana. I need to have that again. I just need to have that.
Yeah, and in that period was a really big effort to get an original game in Romania, as I told you earlier. So
yeah, so to give an example, Joe, so I was working so I started work at early age, but my salary in a month could not cover the cost of a game. So I had to save 2 months from my salary to buy an original game. And I bought Total Annihilation. So that was my first original big bulk PC game that I have bought it back in the 2000, whatever it was launched. So it was super expensive. It was like insane. But now, as Klamath said, the salaries in Romania. So my salary was not even $50. It was less than that. It was like, I don't know, maybe 20
for a month.
Yeah, for a month. Yeah. But anyway, I was a kind of a junior worker, right? I was like 18 years old, so I didn't know any better. But still, it was like super low. And I mean, I had like a kind of a specialized job. I was working at the IT department in a large company, but it was still poorly paid. I mean, the directors in that company, which is in Romania is the highest level, like you have the kind of general manager, right, of a company. They had like, I don't know, like $150. per month, their salary. So it was like super. I mean, it was, you could afford life. Let me put it this way, because the prices were low. Don't think the prices were like
no, it makes sense. But
these days,
games, because
but
they're
games
not
which were
produced there,
imported,
they're
was, like,
imported, and they're like you said,
impossible.
and your dollars compared to the U.S. dollar, which is what they're being sold
Exactly.
for. And no, trust me, I totally
I
get that.
remember
That's crazy.
there were two companies that were bringing computers, like they had like Compaq and HP and pre-built kind of things, like brand names, and one computer was like $3,500 or something like this, and you need to work like 3 years to afford one of them. I mean, a computer.
It's crazy.
Just like that. And Apple, we had like a Macintosh company that were bringing Apple like Macintosh computers, and those were even more expensive, like to $5,000 and stuff like that.
Yeah. I feel the need to explain. Sorry.
No, I wanted to say that an apartment was like $7,000. An apartment.
Yeah.
Like to buy basically a 3-room apartment in Romania, in the capital city of the in the countryside was like probably even cheaper.
So I need to explain how was I able to have such a good computer back then, and the explanation is simple. My dad worked in the nuclear field, and we are building the Romanian nuclear plant at Semnavoda, and he was going to Canada to make this happening in Romania, even from the 80s. I mean, and he was paid every day for living there. I mean, for food and stuff.
Like an allowance,
an allowance which was bigger than the entire salary in Romania that he had in Romania. And of course, my father
saved it, right?
Saved all away. That money.
Oh, what a good dad!
Yeah.
That's a great story, man. I love it.
And to give me this opportunity to have a computer early on in Romania, a very good computer. And in the 80s, like this, was able to buy a VCR, which was also really expensive in the Romanian communist country.
Oh man, you must have got all the chicks. You're the only one who could Netflix and chill. You're the only one.
I had 10 years, 9 years then.
Yeah, hey baby, you want to come over and play some Doom? You ever see this shit? Look at this, full 3D. What? Let's go. That's awesome, dude. So I have a similar thing, not quite as similar. I mean, that's amazing. But like for me, my parents, like I said, I come from a big family. I had 2 brothers and 5 sisters, and like it's just we didn't have, my dad was a musician, so he was always hustling. This man, like we lived fine. We weren't poor. Everything was great, but he was always like finding ways to get gigs or do jobs or make more money. Sometimes he would play like 10 weddings in a month and make tons of money, and sometimes he would play 2, and you know how it is. It was up and down. But like I remember one of my very first gaming memories, was this was the 80s, is he took me to this guy's house named Sonny, and we were in the station wagon. We had a Caprice Classic, one of them station wagons with the wood panels on the side, like legit, like I mean, as 80s as you could get. I was in the striped shirt with the little alligator on it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to paint the picture for you. We were going to go home and watch Daryl when we got home in War Games. Anyway, so we go to this guy's house, and he's like, just hang out in the car. And I'm like, can we, we don't want to come in. He's like, no, just be a minute. And he goes into this guy's Sonny's house, and he comes out with this giant cardboard box, just this massive box. And in the box was like an Atari 800 computer, an Atari XL XE. God, what else do we have? There was another a 7800. That's what was in the box. And so like in the 80s, not having an Atari in itself was like awesome, but having the 800, that was like a computer. Like that thing was insane for the time that we had it. And the only reason that we got it was like Sonny was like insanely rich, and like his kid didn't play it anymore. And he was like, oh yeah, you could just have it sold it to my dad super cheap. And I remember for like a little while, like my house was popping. Like the neighborhood was coming to my house because we had, you know, the Robotron that had like the voices on it. You know what I'm saying? Like we had the good Atari that played like the good games and stuff. It was like so cool, man. Like for a minute we were like, ha, we had the best thing. And then, you know, like 2 weeks later it was Nintendo, but it was cool for a while. Yeah. But yeah, good dad stories are the best stories. There's not enough good dad stories. My dad always looked out for me, always kept my game. He knew. Sometimes, yeah, like I don't know about you guys, like it might have been different for like him randomly, like he would just randomly just show up and be like, "Yeah, I got you a game." I'd be like, my man, not for my birthday. Like I always, you know, when you get him on your birthday presents and stuff, that was cool. But like he would just sometimes just be like, "I just got you a game at the store for no reason." I was just like, "Oh yes, this is the best!" Like I love that, dude. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it happened. It was similar. So I remember also my dad was coming from the office. He was a journalist, so he was in the press. So he was always going to kind of the libraries and stuff like that, and he was buying these logical games. He was always bring me the logical games, like kind of a Rubik cube or some kind of you need to match all these forms
Simon
together
or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, similar. I mean, electronic games back in the day were not a thing, or even those mechanical were like not a thing. It was more like wood blocks that you need to, you know, like contraptions and stuff like that. So he always brought me something. So it was amazing. I was always waiting for him, like, "Oh, you brought me a game. I'm so happy." But this was before the internet, before the digital era, before the computers, even probably before anything. So, well, I'm old. I mean, I'm born in the 70s. So,
Me too.
yeah, like Klamath. Yeah. But he's younger than me. So I look better than him, but he's younger than me.
Nice.
Yeah, I already said I'm fat and blind.
No, I'm the fat one. You are the blind one. So let's.
No, I have them both.
Well, I don't know. It's about that time. So I know some people may be wondering again. You know, where's our guest host, Figsy?
Where is Figsy,
Joe? Where is Figsy? That's
what
the
did
question.
You do with him?
Where is Figsy? And you know we have to answer it. But I told you, he's been keeping us informed. So here we go. Let's play this week's Where's Figsy? He's not here. So in case you guys missed it, Figsy's traveling the world to study cultures of the world to become the ultimate geoguesser master. He's figured like he's learned all he can learn by looking at Google Maps, and he needs to get his boots on the street and experience this stuff in real life to like pick up some extra tips, to become, the grandmaster, the best there ever was. So last week he was in France. We all saw him in France. Here he is. He said he had a great time. And this week, he just went on a hop, skip, and jump over, and you just had to, figure out where do you think he is this week, guys?
España.
That's right. Congratulations. This week, Figsy is visiting Spain. He said he's having a great time. He's met a lot of interesting people. Got a lot of good exercise, and he's loving life. Yeah.
Apparently, not only people. He met some other forms of life. So.
Yeah, it's just like he's just live life, love. I think what is it? He's doing it. He's
he's still standing. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of Figsy, since we are about the midpoint of the show, you guys ready to do the Figsy quiz?
I'm not, but anyway.
Well, it's really it's a rhetorical question. We're gonna do it anyway.
It's rhetorical. I knew that. So
so here we go. Let's do it, guys. It's time for the Figsy quiz. Oh yeah, let's do it, boys. Let's go. Like I said, we're not doing no game show anymore. This is a fight to the death. This is test your might. This is one-on-one action. This is for the crown, for the honor. For the,
I have a bad feeling about it.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So if you're unfamiliar, we play Figsy's quiz. We ask questions, we give out points, and there's no winning really or losing. It's just for fun. So yeah. Now you guys are both our guests. So is there anyone who have a preference who'd like to go first, or anybody care?
Klamath wants to go first.
Okay, but no fighting games, please.
I'm off the hook.
Okay, so for our fighting game special bonanza. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. All right. All right, Klamath is gonna go first then. Oh wait, let me get my pencil so I can keep score. That's probably important to like keep score who's winning.
Everybody's a winner, Joe.
That's true. This is all just for no, everybody's a winner on this show. If you're here, you're a winner. Okay, so question number 1. What game is the phrase and the sign "do not eat yellow snow" from? Is it from Half-Life, Far Cry, Metro 2033, or Singularity?
I don't know. I'm tempting to go with Metro, but it will be too obvious, I guess. Okay, I go with Metro still.
And the answer is Metro. Very nice, sir. Well done. Well done. Go with your gut.
Metro also.
Got to go with your
Definitely
gut.
Metro.
Yeah, I mean, some of these games. Let's look at them again. You know, there's no Bambi peeing in Half-Life. I remember that shit. Let's put it that way. Far Cry. I don't even. Is there snow? Isn't those usually in like the jungle?
If you notice, the Bambi has only 3 legs. So.
Oh no, the other one's.
He's behind.
Okay, he has like a behind one. Okay.
I think Bambi's got 5 legs in this picture. If you ask me, you just can't. Never mind. Okay. All right. Darky is for you. Question number 2.
Oh shit.
These 4 words are all related to what popular video game franchise? First of all, Fortnite, Minecraft. Oh, come on, man. We need some proofreaders on this show. What is this? This is
Jeez Louise.
Tetris or Pac-Man. And the words are Hero, Rhode Island, Orange Ricky, or Smash Boy.
Minecraft. I would say Minecraft.
That's not one of the options. Only Minecraft, Fortnite, Tetris, and Pac-Man. You got to say
whoever put the option.
All right. No, it's not Minecraft.
Man.
Your turn.
Can I go now?
Yes, sir.
I will go with Fortnite.
Incorrect. And the answer is Tetris.
Wow.
Oh man.
So there's a running theme on this show that every question about Tetris, I have no flipping idea. There's apparently so much lore about Tetris that I had no idea existed.
The damn forms with names now.
Yeah, so sometimes I say to my girlfriend, I'm gonna put my Tiwi in her Smash. No, I'm just kidding.
The funny thing, nobody in the chat guessed the word, so it's fine.
Oh, dude, did I not think the chat question again? Dang it.
You forgot about the chat question.
Yeah, dang. Sorry, guys. You know, well, Cyrus usually gets it right anyway, and he's here. So, I mean, this is fine. This works out just the same. I don't know. Sorry about that. And I might have one somewhere. Do I have one? I don't have one. No, we're not doing the chat question. All right. Anyway, whose turn is it now?
It's my turn.
All right, it's your turn. Okay. So, your next question, sir, is
it's Klamath.
In what fighting game did this game's co-creator voice one of the main characters? And this is the guy.
I just remember it's Klamath. It's not my turn.
Yeah, because it's a fighting game. Yeah, you are correct. Okay, I need to. Okay.
Did you answer what you said?
No. I have no idea. I don't know who this guy is. And I bet it's not Mortal Kombat. I know no other game.
I need an answer.
Okay, Mortal Kombat from me.
He's going with Mortal Kombat, folks.
I'm not gonna say that to the bike because it's hard. Get over here! Yeah.
Very well done, sir. It is indeed Mortal Kombat.
I need to say something. We had in our Romanian show at one moment, we were talking how big Mortal Kombat was in Romania. And Darky was trying to convince us, because we were three on the show, that we know nothing, because in Romania we know we knew only of Mortal Kombat, and we know nothing about the true fighting games. But look, it was something good for me that I knew about Mortal Kombat.
It's a vengeance. It's the vengeance, Joe. It's just a revenge story.
Very well done. Well, so this show was tailor made for a Romanian. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. This is all random. So whose question is it now? I'm confused. Who started?
Now it's mine. Nice.
All right. Okay. So your question is: there is a theme park in Finland, and this is it, and it's dedicated to a popular modern video game franchise. Name that franchise.
Angry Birds.
But
Damn.
there it is. Angry Birds is right. So basically, you get to fling your loved ones on a giant catapult over the park at targets. It's pretty cool. Yeah, looks safe. I'd do it. All right, Klamath, this one's for you. No picture for this one. You just have to answer. So, this popular game franchise requires the player to beat the first game in the series in 60 minutes, and you have to beat the second game in 75 minutes.
Prince of Persia.
Oh, you didn't even need the hint. I had a hint, and they got it bang on.
No hints, man. It's PC games. We know this crap. So.
All right. Wow. Okay. Well, I thought that was a hard one. Apparently.
No, it was easy. 60 minutes. Everybody knows. Every Romanian knows.
All right. Well, see, maybe this was tailored to development. Knows you guys better than me. All right. This one doesn't have a picture. You just have to listen. So basically, I'm going to describe a plot to a video game, and you need to tell me what the game is or the franchise, close as you can. So, the main character is an ordinary cleaner at a meat processing plant until he learns a terrible secret, escapes from the factory, becomes the chosen one, and saves his tribesmen from enslavement. What's the name of the game?
Abe's Odyssey.
Good enough. Oddworld is Abe's Odyssey. No, that is it. That's right. Yeah. Oddworld. Yeah, there you go.
Odyssey,
Yeah. Nailing it. You guys are good at this. Wow. Man, I'm terrible at the quiz. You guys should do this every week, and I'm really bad. I wouldn't know any of these questions. All right, so this one, so you, Klamath, right? This is the Spanish cover of what game?
Lost.
That is correct.
By the way, Joe, Romania, it's a Latin language, so
it's you pretty much can read that like it just says Lost, right?
Yeah, in Romanian is pierdut.
Yeah.
I don't make these questions, you know. Well done. Anyway, that game's great. I don't know if you guys ever played it. All right, well, so this one might be a little harder because this one's Chinese. This one's for you.
Crap.
I
always get the crappy questions. I don't know. Oh.
So this is the Chinese cover of this game. And what is the game?
Knack.
Amazing. You guys are really good at this. Holy crap.
You know the font.
Yes.
Killing
Chat knew the game, see? But I answered before the chat, so I have like 15 seconds delay between the stream and the chat, so I knew the question.
It's all good. Next question is, this horse comes from a collector's edition. What game is that collector's edition?
Okay. I know what game had the first DLC. I'm not sure it was on a collector edition. I don't know. I really don't know.
He's gonna pass.
Yeah.
All right, he's passing. This is your chance.
I don't know.
What
Witcher?
games have horses?
Witcher? I don't know. Witcher. I don't know. Witcher franchise. Witcher 3, whatever.
That's a very, very, very good guess. But it ain't The Witcher. It is The Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh.
Also, it's a very nice horsey. Very cool collection edition too.
It's a small statue. Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to say that I have the game. So,
have you guys played it? It's really good.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, dude, I loved it. That was like one of the first games on like when I played it on my PS5. I felt like I was actually like on a new console.
It's too hard for me. I tried to play, but
that one's not so bad. Sekiro is the one that I couldn't play.
Yeah,
Sekiro it's even worse. So.
Yeah,
much worse.
Yeah, the Team Ninja games too, the Neo games, those are just like, man, they're fun, but like it's you have to go in there with a certain attitude. It's like, I'm going to be abused. Here we go. All right, so this one's for you, Cyrus. So this one is same question. This is from a collector's edition, and you have to name the game.
Is the Infinity? Disney Infinity?
Not Disney Infinity, no. Klamath?
I don't want to guess because I have no idea. And it's not Zelda. No?
I'll give you half a point. Zelda. But only a half. You only get a half. Dude, your guesses are on point.
It's interesting. This collector's edition, this item is exclusive to North America, I guess, because I have the collector's edition in Europe and doesn't have this.
Well, it has a Peggy thingy, but who knows with this picture?
It has a Peggy rating. Yeah, this is what I was about to say, because I think the box of the US release is different than this one.
Maybe it's so small that I didn't even see it, and it's one of the boxes that I opened because I played the game.
I'm just amazed it comes with a Game Boy. God damn.
It's a steelbook.
Yeah, I know. That would be sick though if it actually came with a Game Boy with a new cart. There you go. That'd be amazing.
You know that there are these phone cases. They have Game Boy, kind of this style of phone cases, and you can actually play them. And it's like $10, $15, something like this. So it's not super expensive.
What do you mean?
So there are phone cases.
You put your phone in them.
You put your phone in, and on the back of the case, it's like a Game Boy, like a console. Neat. Yeah,
that's pretty rad. Yeah, I mean, I had like one of those Moga controllers with the grip, and you can put your phone in it, and it's like just a controller you can play. But that sounds pretty cool. That actually gives you like a Game Boy functionality. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's like $10 or something. It's like nothing. It's a piece of garbage, but yeah.
Yeah, but she gives you buttons. Is the D-pad even half decent? Because that's the reason.
No, it's a rubberized kind of thing. It's like it's part of the case, right? It's not an actual D-pad. It's just rubber.
It's a thing. I don't know. Gaming on phones is not my cup of tea. Never has been. Have you heard of the thing that's called the Switch? It's mobile, and you can play games on it, and it's like way better.
It has like 3 versions, right?
Yeah. And like you can get like You can. Oh my god, they have a grip for it. You can play Tate mode. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, we're doing a quiz. Whose turn is it? I have no idea.
I think
yours.
I don't know. Maybe. No, I
no.
screwed up the question. I screwed up the
Klamath.
question with the
It's
link.
Klamath.
Yeah.
Yep. It's Klamath's turn. Yep. Here we go. All right. Question 11. Is this game got an exclusive modern day remake on which console?
Switch.
Incorrect, sir.
I don't know. It's Alter Beast, but I don't know what the console is.
It's not Alter Beast. You're on the right track. I think it's a Shadow of the Beast.
It's part of that, yeah.
I have this game.
Yep, this is. I own this one, so it's an import. It's a pretty neat game, but yeah, this is a Chinese English exclusive. Wow. It did not come out anywhere else. Not even like a PAL release or anything. Just the Chinese English version.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Final question.
Oh crap!
Is whose turn is it?
It's my turn. If Klamath started, I'm the last one. So
okay. What was the last and final first-party Nintendo game on the Nintendo 3DS? It's not the last game they released, but the last first-party game. And you could name either the franchise or the game itself.
A Kirby game. I don't know. I presume.
It is Kirby. Oh, very nice, sir. Very nice.
It was a fluke. I didn't know.
So this 0.5 points is now kind of controversial because the final score is Darky with 4 points and Klamath with 4.5.
Yeah, Klamath wins. It's good. I'm happy. It's okay.
Congratulations! You've done it! Sometimes you have to listen to the gods and just trust your gut and go with what they tell you. And yeah, well done, guys. Very nice. So yeah,
quiz is always fun.
Yeah, the quiz is already fun.
For us, it's too short. You should put 10 questions next time, Joe. For Romanians are like.
Yeah, you think so? I should have put like Amiga questions in there and ZX questions and a bunch of. This stuff takes so much time and effort. So I appreciate that, Mr. Pavel. Thank you for doing that, getting that ready as always. Great job. That was a lot of fun. And now is the time on the show where we show off some of the stuff. Instead of pickups, I think I'm just going to call it like flex time. Let's just flex whatever you guys got. It's either new pickups, cool stuff in your collection, whatever it is. I'm going to go first just because I have just a couple things, and I have a feeling from looking at the rooms that I'm seeing that you guys probably have some things to show. So I'm just going to show my things real quick because, yeah. So only 3 things. They all came out on one order. I don't know if you guys are aware, Play Asia has been having just like really amazing sales lately on lots of games, lots of imports, but like especially a lot of their like Play Asia exclusives. And in case anybody is curious, like they're giving free shipping if your order is nothing but Play Asia exclusives. It like doesn't have to be $99.99. Like you could buy one Play Asia exclusive and they'll ship it to you for free right now. I'm pretty sure. So if you have any Play Asia exclusives, East Asia Shops games, any of that stuff that you want to get, I would go check it out. And they just have tons of sales on imports and stuff in general. But I picked up 3 games that I've been eyeballing for the Switch. So it's kind of cool. This is like kind of like the Nintendo episode. I actually got some Switch stuff for a change. So the first one I picked up was the Saint Maker special edition from them. This is like a horror themed visual novel type game, like a mystery game. I don't often delve into like the visual novel realm, but like when I do, it's typically a horror themed one. Like I do like this look cool. I like Deathmark, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't mind spooky games, scary stuff. I'm down with that. So yeah, Saint Maker. It's pretty cool. It just came out, I think. It's pretty like brand new. And then I also picked up, I'm not sure how to say, Kiwi. I don't know. Somebody will tell me in the comments. Someone who like did hooked on phonics can tell me. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is like a throwback horror game. This is exclusive to the Switch physically. Like this didn't get released on PS4 or anything else like that. This is the only physical release I know of. And it's kind of like a I wouldn't say it's a PS1 horror game. I'd say it's like a Dreamcast horror game or something. Like it's a little nicer than that. It's like PS2 maybe, but it's like an old school horror theme vibe. And it's set in Japan, so it's kind of like got that cool, like I don't know, like an Onimusha vibe thing going on too. But yeah, this game looks really neat. I'm actually really excited to play it, and it's exclusive to Switch, and it's a horror game, so I'd pick it up if you like. You know, horror games are like a pretty good bet as far as collectability goes. So yeah. And then this one is also a horror game, but it's also a game for people with culture. You know what I mean? Like if you're like a sophisticated gamer who's just looking for something like a little more, you know, high level. It's called Red Colony Trilogy. I'm pretty sure it's like a scary game with lots of boobies. So, yeah, you know, you know, it is what it is, guys. All right, it's for the collection. All right, I foresee it having lots of value in the future. That's totally why I bought it. It's not going to be unsealed immediately and played this afternoon. That is not what's going to happen. It's I don't know. It kind of looks like
Stellar Blade.
Yeah, it's not quite as good as the old Stellar Blade. It looks like when I remember, it looks like the Coma. I don't know if you remember that game. The Coma was like a side 2D thing. I'm pretty sure it's like that style of game, and it's horror themed.
Also, I think.
Yeah, and then it's just like I don't know. There's something about it that is just something about it. It's got my attention. I don't know. I just thought this looks like a quality game that will stand the test of time.
Attract like magnet.
It'll be one of those games they talk about like an emotional tour de force, one of those things like when you're done, you'll never be the same. Anyway, those are my pickups this week. Short and sweet. So
I don't buy from PlayAsia anymore. After they sent me like a box of games, everything was squished. And then I asked them, guys, do you plan to do something about it? At least because all of them are like East Asia Soft, which is basically
the cardboard
kind of related to them. It's the development company that they have an exclusive contract with them or something like that. So I told them, don't send me the game, just send me the external boxes at least to recover my 6 limited edition games that all of them were squashed, right? They said, no, we don't want to do that. I said, I want to let me send back the games then. I will pay the shipping back. You send me back the right games, right? No. So at that point, they lost me. I said, okay, bye. So I buy their games through Video Games Canada, so Video Games Plus, right?
So first off, that sucks, and that's not smart business because I don't know if you guys are aware, but Darky he buys lots of games. A lot of games. I don't think it's the type of guy you want to piss off when it comes to selling games.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but is it fine? Do you have a purchase history with them that goes back 5 years? So that has like 80 games in it?
I think I bought my first game from them in the 2005-06 when they started to ship to Europe. So I was in Romania when I was buying games from them. So I moved like from Romania like 15, 16 years ago. So my history with them goes back 15 years. Not anymore.
That's where I feel like some companies have to like, I don't know. So where I work, which I won't say where I work, but like, if I see somebody's like invested lots of money with where I work, like I will reciprocate kindness to that person
Yeah,
I don't know. Like if somebody's like, if I look and I'm like, this person has spent tens of thousands of dollars here. Let's give them a free $100. You know what I mean? Like that's like I deal with like specialty accounts, people who have problems and stuff, and like yeah, you guys, it's not smart to piss people off over a media. Like if you look and it's like even if it costs you like $100, if the person spent thousands, you're just crazy not to do it. You know what I mean? And it's different if there's a person who's constantly giving like returning stuff and being super nitpicky and as a pain in the ass. That's a different situation. But if you're like bought stuff for years, never had a complaint, never had a thing, your word should be taken seriously. Like
they put it on me saying, oh, you didn't selected the premium shipping, whatever, and that's why you don't have any insurance on your package. And I said, okay, how come is that my problem? I bought the game in good faith. I receive a squash box. It's my fault now? Apparently, yes. So unfortunately, I'm not a customer of them anymore. I still buy some of their games. So I bought that's why I said I was laughing, because when I saw your pickups, I got them last week from Video Games Plus. So they shipped earlier probably. I have them on pre-order since a very long time, some of them.
Yeah, so I can say for a fact that if I order games from Video Games Plus, I'll get them sooner than if I order them directly from PlayAsia or from Red Art Games or from even Limited Run Games sometimes. Like they get their shipments like earlier than everybody else, and they actually ship stuff fast. So you'll get that stuff. Yeah, they're a cool company. I like them a lot.
Yeah. I wanted to say something about this, the policies of how people are treating customers. So I bought some games from a company in Portugal, Tetsura Games it's called. They are printing a lot of Switch games that are kind of exclusive. So I also buy the exclusive. I'm trying at least to buy the exclusive. And it happened the same. So the box, they put everything in a box, and because the way they put the games in and the fact that the box was squashed, every single game in that box was squashed. And I told them the same thing. Please send me just the outer boxes. So the guys sent the outer boxes for every game. They included a free game and a letter, like a handwritten letter saying, thank you for being a good... Because I bought, like, again, I'm not buying games in ones and twos. And I'm buying games in 6, 10, 8, whatever, because I'm trying to avoid paying more on shipping.
And shipping, I do the same thing. Like my orders are always $100 plus into these companies. Like Limited Run, I buy like 5-6 games at a time.
I mean, I go to their store. It's like driving distance. So,
I'm jealous. I wish I had a store around here. We got nothing.
Yeah, and it was a completely different mindset and a completely different approach. The same with I don't remember the name of the company. Merge Games, I think it's called, or something. I bought from them again 5, 6 whatever games, or what's Merge Games or PQ, one of them, and they say, oh, you bought every single title that we have available, and they put again a sign. I mean, it was like a card, and they gave me like a steel book from for one of the games is for free, and it was super, like a very nice touch. PM Studios. It was for PM Studios. I remember now.
Gotcha.
So, it was amazing. I mean, some companies appreciate customers. Some companies are more like whatever.
That's true, and I'm not. I don't know. I guess. I've never had those issues with their company, and I do like them. But just I kind of keep in mind because I do like I'm in charge of like I have lots of people who deal with customers and people, and then not everybody. You might have gotten just a crappy person. It doesn't necessarily mean the company feels that way. Correct. Like there are like people that talk to people, and sometimes I'm like, I can't believe they told this to this person. Oh my god! And it's not, so it could just be one person on a bad day, and try not to let that always affect your view of the whole thing forever. But that's a piece of shit. That's a shitty situation. I'm not saying that I would do anything differently. I would be just
I'm a customer. I'm the one who is paying. I said, okay, you don't want my business? I can go somewhere else. It's fine. As long as we have our options, it's good.
wonder how many people do that. They go to Video Games Plus to buy all their stuff because they don't like limited run anymore, because they don't like strictly limited anymore. Because everybody, there's always, it's funny because like there's, you know, I talk to people in the scene a lot, and like everybody's mad at everybody for certain things, and some people love them and some people don't, and everybody's got issues with this company. I waited for this game for 6 years. Like I remember some people were like, you know, waited for a Castlevania from limited run for like years, and they're like bitter about that forever. And I'm like, well, I didn't have that happen, so it's different for me. But yeah, you know, it's again, buying video games in 2024 isn't as simple as it used to be.
Exactly. I understand the struggle like these companies are going through with the distribution. I mean, I'm not like you, Joe. Maybe you work in customer service. I have also, I know how distribution works, and I know large companies. I mean, S&P 500, they had issues with stocks and stuff, like with parts and all kind of things. And again, through the nature of my job, so I know if my company had issues and we are like a powerhouse, these guys are like, okay, I don't know how they survive. So it's completely understandable. But again, I have let's say an insider view on the industries and all of that. But it's whatever they say, it makes sense. Oh, it took 6 months to 8 months to 1 year, 1 year and a half to get one part of these 5 parts that I need to use, which is normal. Like,
yeah, I worked at a factory, and sometimes we had these machines that, you know, just massive and ungodly huge machines, and if a piece breaks, sometimes it takes 6 months to get one, 8 months to get one, because that's not like there's a giant machine store down the street, you go pick one up. You have to have one made and shipped from Africa and it takes 6 months, and it got stuck because of tariffs, and it's in Brazil, and we haven't it is, like you said, the logistics of operating on a worldwide base, it can be a nightmare, and stuff takes forever,
especially China, especially, you know, COVID stuff and all of that. I mean, I completely understand. I have no, shipping was insane to move things via ships in the last 3-4 years. It was like, I mean, I'm talking large things, not okay, sending a game via whatever, but I'm thinking like, you know, they send a container through a shipping company, it will cost you 5 times more. So you need to wait until the correct price on the market it's there, so you can afford, instead of not losing money at the end of the day, because the shipping will cost you more than the product itself.
Yes, and that's another thing that like a lot of consumers don't understand, is that at the end of the day, if what you're asking will lose the company money, the answer is no. People are like, how come I can't why won't they do this? I'm like, because they'll lose money. That's why they won't do that. Think logically. They're a business. They're not here to be nice to you because they like you and they want to make you happy and cuddly, and they don't know. They're like trying to stay in business and pay their employees and keep the lights on. You know, it's it is what it is. So that's why I try to be, you know, it's easy to get mad and to be toxic and be angry and rage and stuff like that. But like, I try to be positive and try to get, especially because of all the stuff with the, you know, what happened the last few years. I don't want to say it because with a stupid show will get flagged. Yeah, I said something on a show, and I got a flag on one of my shows because I said one stupid thing with a stupid joke on something, and I'm like, it's just you gotta be careful what you say on this.
Let's not use the keywords and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so but after that, the shipping costs are crazy. That's the truth. And actually, I have a story, but it's not a horror story like Darky had with PlayAsia. I have it with limited run, as a matter of fact. In Romania, until I think 3 years ago, you could buy all the games from limited run, and I bought a lot. I mean, the first PlayStation Vita games and PlayStation 4 games, I think I have all of them for the first 2-3 years. And for after 2021, I think they added taxes for the Romanian. I mean, for the Europeans, I don't know which was the thing there, but until then, you could buy the game paying only the game and the shipping without paying the taxes, which are normal. But I don't know how they do it, and I don't ask for for it for free, but it was something I couldn't bear after I had to pay 20% more on every order, and I stopped ordering. And I'm waiting for them to come to Europe, as they announced 2 years ago.
They have a distribution center in Europe they're trying to have now, and in Asia as well. They have that super light, I think it's called. They have like a super something.
Yeah, I don't remember the name, but yeah, it's they have a brand in Japan that it's producing games now.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason they're doing some of that is because of the import fees and the taxes and stuff like that. Because maybe it's cheaper if it's from Europe, quote unquote, now, and it's not imported or whatever. It's crazy how that stuff, dude. It's it's a funny world. It's amazing how many people want money for nothing. People are just like, oh, you want to buy a game? You want to sell a game? Cool. Hello. I'd like some of that. Why? Fuck you. That's why. It's just because it's crazy, man. Yeah. But there's a lot of people around the world that I was talking about that on another show too. Like, one of the reasons I hate when English gets taken out of Asian releases is because of stuff like that, where people don't understand how expensive it is to ship from limited run to some foreign countries. It's really, really expensive. And sometimes the Asian versions are much cheaper to get. And it bothers me that they don't like that option is removed from people. Like, I don't like forcing people to do that. You know what I mean? It drives me crazy. Would you guys like to show some more stuff off? Who wants to go next?
You go. Oh, you want me to go? Okay, so as we discussed in this about the Neo Geo, I got this. It's a MDS Mini with a controller. It's a kind of a new release. It's made by this company Unico. So they are look like this, a mini console. So they got the license from them. So it's a kind of, they have a license, official license here, and it has a bunch of games which are different than the ones that were released officially by SNK, because they also have I don't know. I think right now SNK is owned by UAE, somebody like somebody from the UAE.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like a Prince of Saudi Arabian Prince bought him or something like that, because he was like way into retro gaming or something. It's kind of a cool story, actually.
I mean, yeah, I don't know exactly the full. I mean, I'm passionate about it, but I'm not going in all of the nooks and crannies of the history. So yeah, that's my first thing. Let me show things that are not related to Switch first, just to get them out of the way. Talking about limited run, I ordered this a long time ago, of course, but I just got Manic Mansion. This is for the NES. It's a reprint, so they got the license to reprint the games. So this is their special edition, and here you see the platform. You can see a NES card. These boxes are pretty cool. They have a lot. They have for I don't know, Ghost Patrol and Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and for Game Boy, for the Star Wars games on the Game Boy and stuff like that. They have like a 10-15 in the collection.
Now, real quick, have you noticed, like, I've gotten, like, I had a few back orders with them that were like really old, and they've all come in the last like 3 months. Like, I'm caught up now with limited run. I don't have any old orders anymore, so I don't know, maybe if they have turned the tide, or I know they changed their shipping, but I'm curious if you're watching the show, leave in the comments, like, have you gotten like all your old orders? I feel like they've gotten caught up now, so maybe things have finally gotten better.
Yeah, it took a while. So what is pretty cool, what Limited Run is doing right now, they have the physical store and stuff like that, but they are doing also events. Once a year, they do kind of liquidation events where they liquidate all their damaged stock, because they have a lot. So basically, people are sending back games that are damaged, but not all of them, or damage in shipping, whatever. Not all of them were super damaged. I mean, you can buy a game that had like a rip in the in the wrapper and say, "Oh, it's damaged." I said, "Okay, it's damaged. So you can get it for 10%, 50%, 20% off. And
they have to deal with people who get stuff graded, and if there's a tear in the seal, then F you. Yeah, I'd return it too. If I was a graded collector and I was paying, you don't want a tear in the seal. So that's why that stuff happens. But then there's people like me who's like, I'm going to open that mother. I'm going to actually play it because I'm a dum-dum. I open my games.
So the fun fact is that the shrink wrap on the seal games will actually do more harm to the game in the long run. So that's why I don't know if you in Europe, for example, a lot of collector's editions have punches in the seal to let the seal breathe. So it can be considered like a flaw for a grading company, but it's actually they are punching, right? You can actually see where it was punched during the wrapping process, which is pretty cool. So I don't know. This grading game is for me is like it's kind of juggling with what's good and what's not good. I don't know. It's kind of silly.
I understand it, but it's not for me. You know, I would never buy a pristine copy of anything anyway because I want to open games. I prefer an open game in great condition than a sealed game all day long because you can get you get the cheaper price. It still looks great, and I'm gonna probably open it anyway. I don't have any guilt either if I play it. I don't have to, it feels shitty when a game becomes valuable and you're like, oh, now I don't want to open it.
But it's a market. I mean, the supply demand is playing with the numbers, and also when you do market manipulation on top of that, how it was done with the seal games market. It goes somewhere where you saw it was a bubble, it crashed, now nobody cares anymore. So anyway, besides the point. Then I have this one. It's a PC game. So I don't know if you heard about Trip World.
Basically, Game Boy?
It was a Game Boy game, but this is the DX version. So it's kind of for Game Boy Color console. And this is the PC port. And the cool thing is, I'm trying to coming back to opening games. I don't even think it was sealed. I don't know. It's a USB stick, which is pretty cool. It's a way to kind of preserve the actual code. So yeah,
that's a thing that a lot of PC collector's editions are doing for a while. You would get a USB with the game on it. It's kind of cool, and they would look cool.
And Diablo, all of this game on sticks. Yeah. Going through the Switch pickups, let me get the big boxes out of the way.
Oh, dude, I gotta get this because this is like
nice.
This is the only version of the game that has like everything on the actual cart, as far as I know. Like even on the PS4, there's like a fancy edition of it, like a Nostradamus. I can't remember what that's called. There's a Ripley. It's either the Ripley edition or the Nostradamus edition. But even then, it's a DLC code. So that is like the definitive. Like if you want to own Alien Isolation and you want it definitive, the best copy, it's that one.
And it's one of the better ports on the Switch.
Yes, it's
a damn good game. Yeah. Make you pee your pants. That game's terrifying.
I don't know. I need to move further away. And Gargoyles. This is again, those games are already out, but those editions were released last week. So these are things from the last weekend. Basically, what I do, I go to the store, order everything there, and then eventually, when I go to order something else, they'll say, "Oh, take this huge box of games that just came for you." So, so and it's for me, it's amazing having the store so close. Like, I go there, everything is there. No damage. I can check everything.
Yeah, that's so
I'm
nice.
Spoiled. It's
the
spoiled.
Old days. You have to look at it before you buy it. Like,
yes.
Dude, buying off of Amazon or off the internet, it's always a crapshoot, dude. You never know what you're gonna get. Like I sometimes like me and like 3 people will all order the same game and we'll all take pictures like, what'd yours camo look like? What'd yours show up? Oh, mine's screwed. Look at mine's all squished. Like, ha ha
ha. Another thing that I pick up today actually is the Retro Gamer magazine. I have a subscription, but it's delayed for some reason. I don't know why. I recommend to everyone to subscribe to this magazine. The subscription is super cheap. It's like $50-$60 per year. So I think they are releasing 13 numbers per year. This cost me like $30 in Barnes and Noble. So
they had a promotion now, and you can have a subscription for 3 months for $5
pounds
something
or
like that.
whatever.
Yeah, so £5. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now
if you guys haven't noticed lately, I'm into the magazine, so that might be something I do because I miss
should.
that. It's fun getting them
Joe,
in the mail. It's like
it's-
actually, you're like, ooh, dude, I used to love getting those magazines. Oh, dude,
because you are in US, do the Retro Gamer and do the Nintendo Force. So Nintendo Force is like a Kickstarter or Patreon supported magazine. It's awesome. It's every 3 months. I think it's like a trimestral type of thing, quarterly release, but the quality is top notch. They give you the magazine and the poster usually, or they are adding
Nintendo
small
Force?
bonuses. Nintendo Force. It's N-Force, kind of something like this.
and we might as well plug Sandeep's too, so you guys know too old for gaming. He's been on the show a couple of times. He does the RPM Retro Players magazine. I think he just funded his third full issue.
Third number. Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, he does that too. They're awesome, and he also I think is doing a manual for Stellar Blade. So if you want a manual to go into Stellar Blade, which I wouldn't mind some Stellar Blade artwork. I'm a man. As a man of culture, I think I could possibly enjoy a Stellar Blade manual. So I don't know.
Yeah, I got some manuals from him for the PS Vita. So he is like he started with the PS Vita, I think PS3. I mean, he evolved to PS3, but I think he juggled, right? He was doing both at the same time.
Yeah, and he's done books on the Vita and the PS.
Yeah, the collector books. I have all his books. I have all his. I have most of his manuals. He's an awesome guy. Sandeep Ray. He's from the UK. So, unfortunately, UK is not in EU. So, Klamath, you have to pay.
Someone from our Discord ordered from him and put some pictures with some of the manuals there.
Yeah.
We have this problem now with UK. We need to pay taxes, and in the European Union, we are used to not pay any taxes.
Yeah, well, that's
crappy thingy. Talking about Metroidvanias or Castlevania, the Symphony of the Night style.
Dude, that is such a sick case.
So these are the new cases that Limited Run is using. It very similar with the Neo Geo cases, but
it
those
looks
are
like a Neo
larger.
Geo.
So they are bigger than a Neo Geo case.
Oh man, I'm a little upset.
Plastic.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's cool. That's a good
Scarlet
game.
Symphony, awesome game. I played it kind of whenever it was up. It's a perfect Metroidvania or very close to Castlevania. So okay.
Yeah. That was one of the games. The sequel got English taken out of it. And now,
correct, in Japan.
I had to cancel my pre-order, and now I'm waiting because Limited Run's going to come out with that one eventually. So who knows when? That's a good game too.
Yeah, Death Wish. How it's called? Enforcers. Yeah, it's a brawler. So I love.
It's like a 70s cop show. Yeah, brawler. It looks really cool, and I think you have guns too, isn't it? Like kind of like not Wild Guns, Sunset Riders. I think is that those?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like Sunset Riders. I didn't play it yet, but
I think if that's the game I'm thinking of, I believe that's the one that's like Sunset Riders, which is a freaking fantastic game. So
another from Limited Run. This is like an RPG, but you have a isometric. It's like a turn-based RPG, I think.
Oh man, it's giving me those vibes.
Yeah.
The SNES box. There's something about Super Nintendo RPGs and PS1 RPGs are just on another level, man.
This is the thing about Limited Run, right? They are consistent. They have a few design boxes. People would think that they're random, right? But no,
they have a series.
They have series, exactly. This is kind of the SNES box. They have the NES type of box.
I love those. Yeah. That's
like this, right? This
style. The N64 also.
They are using exactly the N64 style boxes.
I love these, dude. These like Nintendo looking ones look like NES boxes, kind of. Freaking sick, dude. Like I don't usually buy I'm like anti-collector's edition. Hey,
Because you mentioned it earlier, I was, again in my mind I was laughing about it, but yeah,
dude,
this
I
is
love games like that.
so I love Pixel Heart. It's an amazing company, like an amazing. The French, those guys are French, are from France. Awesome guys. Like the same thing with Red Arc Games. Awesome company. Pixel Heart, before they were releasing games, they were releasing a lot of literature about games. So I bought from them the history of the Game & Watch. It was like in 2 volumes, top notch, with articles and interviews and stuff that nobody saw ever like documented. It was like, it's insane. Unfortunately, I think the first one I got in French. I don't know if the second one is still in French, but very good books a long time ago. So
yeah, Pixel Heart, they had some really quality titles, and they just like went silent. They like just stopped releasing stuff. Like
they're still releasing.
Now they are. They have some stuff coming out with, but I feel like they were quiet for a while. But then again, maybe I just wasn't checking.
They are not suffocating the market with a lot of stuff. That's what I feel. They are like very.
They printed one of the rarest Wii U games, if I remember correctly. A few. I ordered it. It's.
I think you're right. I don't remember which one it is.
Point and click adventure. I don't remember the name. They printed 2 or 3 games on the Wii U, and one of them is pretty rare now.
Was it Unwritten Tales? Was that them? I don't remember.
No, it was something 2, the second in the series, but I don't remember now. I could check.
Another something, another site, another something with a little girl, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
These are new things that came yesterday.
Dude, I want this game so bad. I unironically cannot freaking wait to get that game and play that game.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
bro,
looks like Animal
you get to be a
Crossing.
little kitty cat, and you're cute as hell, and you go fishing. What do you want? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe I like to party a little too much.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, Joe. I don't know what to say.
Hey, some people
we don't
can't have
judge.
fun.
We don't.
Some people can't have fun fishing all day. I can have fun fishing all day. I'm a weird dude. I like shmups, and I like games that I'm a little kitty cat fishing.
I like shmup also, but I don't know about this game. So anyway, Demon Slayer. This is a board game. I don't know. It's like
20 Demon Slayer games, and none of them look like they should be Demon Slayer games. Does that make sense?
Weird.
None of them are like your typical anime game. They're always like, match 3 Demon Slayer. I'm like, what the hell is this?
And I know everybody is talking about this game because it was a surprise for everyone.
Yeah.
But I got it a long time ago as a pre-order. So I keep track of all the Switch releases. I can sell you a trick. Go to GameStop, ask them to give you a printout of the next 1 or 2 months, whatever, and then start trying to search those titles, Amazon, whatever, all the sources, and try to do pre-orders at that time because you never know. The games can be like one off print, and then they will be gone. And talking about my Switch collection, the last game that I wanted, this game was a pain in the behind to get. It's a pain in the behind. It's super expensive now. It's the Digimon World Next Order. It's insane. So the story of the game, from my perspective, how I document, I started to look for it last year in November timeframe. The game was released last year, so it's a 2023 game. It was released January, February.
It's that hard to find already? Oh my goodness.
No, it's impossible to find, Joe. You can find copies on eBay now for 300 plus.
Oh goodness.
I paid $150 on this one. It's
Nice.
an open copy. It's not a sealed one, but I don't care at this point. It's it's a bad game. Let me put it this way. It's not the best. But it's hard to find. So if you see
any idea why? Was it just like canceled,
one only print from Bandai. So okay, so they had the game for
I bet
it was
Pokemon
60.
people like that game, so they all bought it up.
I think initially, so they released it of $60. So this was a $60 game, $59.99, whatever. Then they drop it at $30, and then around March last year, they flooded the market. Everything that they had, they put it out there to sell. It's sold out. And after that, you can only find on a secondhand market. It went to $60, 70, 80, 90, 120, 150, 180, 200, 240, 300, and never move from 300. So, and I say I will never pay $300 on this crap. I would say no. I mean, I paid $300 on Final Fantasy Pixel
on
Remastered.
the PS4.
No, on the Switch. The Switch version is also expensive. But I got the collector's edition version, which
is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's awesome. But it was because the collectors were anyway like $200, and I paid $300. I say, whatever, $100 extra. It's still a lot, but it was one of my last 4 games that I had to buy for the Switch. So yeah, I have the full set North American regular edition games. I have some of the editions that were only released as a special edition, which I only have the game out of it. So I bought the special edition, I removed the game, and then I sold the crap. Or I gave it. I don't sell games, actually. I gave it away for free. Usually this is what I do. And yeah, so I have almost like a wall of.
If you want to give away free collector's editions, you can.
I mean, just the content. But if you want just the outer box and maybe some crap, is like
I don't. I love collector's editions, but I don't have room.
I mean,
so
that's my problem.
I'm like anti collector's edition for that reason. Although sometimes, like, this for me, this is a collector's edition. This is like a little bit bigger than the game. It comes with maybe an art book and a CD. I'm cool. Like I don't want statues and all that stuff, like giant stuff. Like, if I had a huge house, sure. You know what I mean? Why not? Bunch of empty rooms. Let's fill them with statues. Let's go. But
it's done. So that's what I'm saying. For me, it's I fill out all the space. Now I'm thinking I need to upgrade the house. So that's my next move.
I'm at the point where I constantly am like, if I want to get more Evercade, I'm gonna have to redo the whole shelf. I'm gonna have to move in. I have to do this and blah blah blah. Like everything's like packed. Like I have every shelf full. I'm like, if I want more PS2, I gotta sell some PS2, or I gotta get another bookcase, or I gotta start double stacking. And I don't want to do any of that stuff.
I have 2 more things. I will show one of them, and then when Klamath shows his stuff, hopefully you'll show what I think you'll show.
Okay.
And I will show some of the. So this is the cool thing that I got also yesterday. I think it came out.
What's that?
What is that?
Is that the shoes? What? Oh, I think I've heard of these. I've never seen them in real life, though. This is awesome. Bro. What? Dude, that's freaking awesome. Oh, my goodness. I love the colors, too, man.
It's sick, man. I'm telling you, it's like...
Those are cool.
Very cool. And the logos everywhere, and like they did a good job. Puma, this collaboration with Sony, they actually did a great job.
It, dude. That's sick. They should do a black one with this.
They
logo.
did a black one, so they have 2 editions.
I would love to get some shoes with like that logo right on the back. Woo!
Yeah, but that is the PlayStation 1 logo, right?
I know. I want retro. I want the retro shoes, son. Special edition ones. They only make 100 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think there are.
And then I'll be like that rapper who has people carry him around so his shoes don't touch the ground.
on a golden,
Yeah, I feel like the guy from 300 coming everywhere.
Xerxes, yes. Joe Xerxes Rad.
Like, who is this guy? Like, dude, you should see his PlayStation collection. Amazing.
It's the god amongst humans.
Yeah.
Go, Klamath.
All right, did you say one more thing, or is it?
No, I have one more thing, but whenever Klamath will show stuff, I will also flash them.
All right. So now here you go, guys. Now you can go.
Okay. I will start with something.
Oh, I want this so bad.
It's a bad game.
Is it
but,
bad?
This is what I heard.
I love it. I
didn't
like
play
the
it yet.
original a lot. Like I have a fond memory of
I mean,
those games.
it got
so.
destroyed on the reviews, unfortunately. And
yeah, but dude, like, here's the thing. Like, if it's because the original Flashback's very hard to play. Like the controls are very awkward. So if it's true to the original, I could see all these crybaby people being like, "Ew, I don't like it. It's too hard. It's too it's too old school." Like I'm so like. I hear reviews all the time of people and they're like, it has old school design. It sucks. I'm like, sounds sweet. Sign me up. Like, I bet that's, I don't know. That's my point. That's like, you should probably, if you like Flashback, I bet that game's great.
yeah, for me also, I don't care about the reviews. So
Yeah.
even, I mean, it's good that the price is better now because of
It's
that
cheap.
reviews.
Yeah.
Okay, I have some Switch games here, and I will start with one that was useful for me today. It's also on the cheap now. This one I got it because of Darky. He recommended me
It's a good game.
to buy this game. Yeah, and it's pretty cheap now. I guess it's $25 or something like that.
Like $20 or something.
Yeah.
I feel like that game should have released at 30. Like, I think they shot themselves in the leg by
40, 30. Yeah, like it's not 60. That's
it's not 60.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cheaper than Metroid Dread for sure, but I don't know. It's just selling a 2D action game like that. Like, you know, you could buy that or Blasphemous 2 for 30 or 25. It's like, that's, you guys, I don't know. Blasphemous pretty good. I'm just saying, like, it's a tough sell.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Another game, I think it's exclusive to the Switch, the physical.
Boomer
I'm not
shooter.
sure if it's released on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
Just
It's
Switch.
it's a really good first-person shooter, a boomer shooter, how they call them now. And of course, I will play it on PC, but I want to have it on my collection on the Switch.
It's very good.
Yeah, that
now
one chainsaw hand and you fly through the air and you chainsaw everyone in the face. Which is good stuff.
Now I have a game which I don't know about anything
about that too.
I think it's a Metroidvania, but I'm not sure.
It's supposed to be like mechanically
Ghosts,
exactly like Metroid on the Super Nintendo, I believe.
Oh, that's even better then.
Like it controls the same, like the way you jump and stuff. I think. If I'm remembering correctly, looks pretty good. Actually,
very correctly. Actually, it's exactly like that. It's a very good game.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's cheap too. Is that a Red Art game?
It's a Humble Bundle.
Humble Bundle.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a hidden gem in the future, for sure. I think so.
I want to show you 3 games from an European publisher from Germany, which we don't know if it will still be alive. This is something that I didn't bought now, but I wanted to show you because I told you that I like to have in my collection reprints of all the PC games that I enjoyed on the Switch. And I'm talking about Piranha Bytes. And back in Romania here, we love the Gothic series. It's an European RPG. I don't know if it's really well known in America.
No, I heard they remastered this though. Gothic, is that what you're about to show?
Yeah, it's Gothic for the Switch. It's the best version, the classic version, because it's the only version that has support for controls. And this is a game which is notorious for a pretty difficult control scheme on the PC, but one that if you have the time to learn it, it's really good, in fact. But many new players leave that game away because of that control, and now you can play it only on the Switch. I hope they will make an update for the Steam version also. It's a really nice series of games, and you should try it.
I've looked at it. I'm thinking about picking it up. Isn't there like a remastered version of it though? Isn't there like a new version?
It is a mapped, let's say, in terms of control.
Or the US version cover looks way different or something like that, because that just doesn't look like that.
No, it doesn't have a
no.
US cover because it's.
I think it's European, only.
Yeah, it's exclusive, Joe.
You are talking about the remake. They are also doing a remake, which will be on PlayStation 5, PC, and the Xbox
I'm like,
Series X.
I am not crazy.
For this
I have
game.
seen,
Yeah.
God, and it did not look like no 90s PC game. It looked new. Like, so maybe it isn't out yet, but
yeah,
okay.
This is early 2000s.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, they also released the same treatment for the second game, which is considered the best one in the series.
These are cool. I didn't know these existed.
Gothic 2. Yeah. And it was exclusive to the THQ Nordic store, this version. Darky got it, even if he didn't need it for the complete set in North America, of course. And another one, which is more common, is Reason.
Mm-hmm.
This is also a series of 3 RPGs from them. They did also Elix, the newer.
Yeah, those are good games. I have
Elix 1 and 2, which are much better than these 2 series. Much. Yeah, much worse. So I wanted to show you that these are some of the games that I like to have on the Switch.
Those are cool.
Classic PC games. I also got this on the Xbox because I wanted to have some XCOM feelings.
Yeah, I have that too.
And it's at a good price now. Under $10, I think it is.
Yeah, I think I picked up that and Outcast. The original, they re-released Outcast too.
That's a remaster, I guess, no?
Yeah, of the original game, and then there's a sequel that just came out.
Yeah, it's a sequel. Yeah, this is no.
What is that game?
What is that game? Is a strategy. It's a really well-known series. They started in the 90s. It's something like Civilization in a way, but it's more real time. Like Caesar, you know the series, the City Builders. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like
it's looking really good, and I think the physical release is exclusive to the Xbox, so there is no other physical release.
That's on PS5. That's on PS5.
Yeah, okay, then my mistake. On PC, I have the collector's edition, but came with a code.
I mean, it could be a code on the box. I don't know that. I've just seen it I've seen it for sale for PS5. I'm pretty sure on Woot.
I think it's disc then. No, only on PC was a code. I got this Kena game.
That's a great game.
I heard it's a good game, and
it's good.
It's not good.
Played on PC. Yeah, I played on PC. So it's I mean, it's very classic, kind of a classic style running around. It's like I call them, adventure games, but it's like a collector cast. You need to collect different things, and it's very classic, like Banjo Kazooie and all these games.
Yeah,
so I think it's good. From my perspective, it's like a relaxation game. You don't.
It's like a Zelda 3D adventure type of game, kind of. I would throw that sort of vibe. Yeah, and it's got that very Native American world, one with nature type vibe thing. Fern Gully type shit.
I waited for a good price because it was pretty expensive for 2 or 3 years. I don't know why. Just recently.
It's fun. That's I recommend for sure. Like it's not too long, it's not too short, it's not too hard. Good puzzles, good combat. It's just a good experience. It's like have you played Ori or something like that?
Oh,
some fun like that. Like it's just fun. The action's good, the puzzles are good. It's just a well-made game, but it's not 70-hour masterpiece or anything. It's just a good game. Yeah.
Okay, and I got this version of Gear Club 2. I think this one was a hell for Darky also. they have, I don't know, 9 versions for this game.
No, I don't know. They have a lot of 4 or 5 at least.
It's nuts for every. It's a Porsche version. It's a Volvo. I don't know. There are a lot of releases, and this is the unlimited one, definitive unlimited.
No, Gear Club
no.
Unlimited,
yeah, Unlimited
2 is the name of the game.
Definitive edition.
Definitive edition is the subtitle. It's insane. It's like I think there are at least minimum 4, probably 5 in the series.
Oh, good.
I mean the same. I mean Gear Club Unlimited 2 are 5 releases. Anyway, I had the first Gear Club was an early Switch release, and I bought it then. And I know that you can play in better condition on PlayStation 5, but I got the Switch version. It's pretty good, I heard. The second one. Okay, this game is a card game for Tales.
Never heard of this.
I don't know what to tell you other than this. I think it's pretty good because it's this bunch of games. I bought it with this in mind to have some good games I want to play. So not only the good prices. Yeah, but this is my problem. I forget about the games, what I read or seen when I ordered them. So I need to wait to play them. And this is a really strange release. I bought a few weeks ago all the hidden object games on Switch. There are 4 collections. And I found it really interesting that they released on the Switch, even if I didn't play this kind of games. I don't think I will play them, but I want to have them in my collection. This is a collection of time management game collection for the Switch. I'm sure they're very bad. But it's an awkward release for the Switch.
Like these are the really crappy Switch releases. I do not recommend anyone. So the hidden games ones are okay. These ones,
I was gonna say the hidden object games are fun. I like those. Those are fun. Those are a good time.
That's what Darky said also.
Yeah. So there is another, the 5th hidden object games. I think this year it's planned for this year. So
those are fun games. Those are actually good to play with like a group of people. You can sit around a room and be like, "Do you see this? Do you see that?" Like good for kids and stuff like that. My nieces, nephews. It's fun to play with like a family setting.
Okay, now this is a good game, and I waited for a good price on it. Klamath remastered the first 2, and I think it's okay on the Switch also.
Yeah,
it is released on all the platforms, I guess.
Right.
This one.
That's exactly what I mean by bringing stuff to modern consoles, like those types of games. I love that. I'm so glad they're doing that. Tomba's coming out now too. Tombi, I guess you guys got it over there. Pretty cool.
Okay, this one is on Telltale Games, and I bought. I think they released in this Marvel Universe turn-based, really good turn-based strategy game last year. I don't remember now the name. It is in our latest pickups. I recorded with Darky, but. When I was looking to buy that game, I found out about this one and bought it because I really liked the Telltale games. And yeah, this is something you play. It's an easy play, as you know.
Yeah,
type of games. Choose your own.
Why it says on the case season pass disc?
Because
it's season pass, or it has also
it's
probably got one episode on it.
Yeah, you have probably the first episode on disc, and the rest you need to download. It's
Telltale, notorious for that.
No, just say no whenever you see that. Just say no.
Yeah, well, like, did you guys see me flipping out because I bought the Star Wars game? They're like, hide it now. They hide it. They won't, you go to buy a game now and they don't put anything on the artwork that says requires download, internet required. They remove it from the ad and then it shows up and then all of a sudden there it is on your game. And I'm like, what the heck? So that's why I'm jealous. Not that Limited Run will do this, but you go to store and see it and be like, no, all right. Yeah, dude, that shit pissed me off, man. Because I check. It's not even like something that I didn't check for. And I was like, oh, darn, I should have thought of that. I'm like, is it say it anywhere? No. Okay, it looks good. Let's grab it,
It's a bummer.
Yeah,
That's
it
why
happened to me also. And even with the code in the boxes.
Yeah,
I was sure it's on cartridge, and when it arrived, it was code in the box.
I forgot to say about my struggle with the Digimon next order. I think I ordered like 8 or 9 copies from different Amazon stores, eBay, and different like Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, until
sorry.
And I always got the European version of the game, which is very common. Never got the ESRB version, the US version. So I had to do a lot of returns.
Okay, now I want to show
Yeah.
you also, and this is the last games that I want to show you. I didn't bought them now, but is related to what I told you earlier. This is Crysis remastered for the Switch,
Nice.
which was not published by Limited Run, but
the first one,
yeah, but they published the steelbook, and I got it here.
What?
The steelbook.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, the Limited
Only
Run
the-
published
the
created a
steelbook.
steelbook for it. Yeah,
But no game. No
But no
actual
game.
release.
Yeah, they didn't have the rights for it or something.
Oh,
But they
I
have
wouldn't
the
want to be a
rights for.
steelbook collector. That's got to be a nightmare.
This is Crysis 2 remastered with steelbook from Limited Run.
Oh, that's cool. I like the sleeve that holds them
And,
both. That's nice.
Yeah, the third one also. I think it's pretty nice to have in collection this game, which you can run on the Switch, the entire series now.
and they also created a sleeve for all 3 games.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Even-
awesome.
Even they didn't publish this. They did the same with Shantae, right? They didn't
Mhm.
publish the half Genie Hero, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the rights for that. So, but they created a steelbook for it, and they in their 5 game set they put also that one, which was pretty cool.
Okay, I guess that makes sense then. Yeah.
Yeah, so we talked about gaming magazines during the show and also before the show. And we already told you that in Romania, since 2016, I guess we don't have a gaming magazine printed. And some of the collectors, the retro enthusiasts from Romania, managed to gather together and print gaming magazine, which you can support on Patreon if you want a printed version. If you want only the PDF version, it's free, and is an amazing gaming magazine. Is looking really, really, really nice, and I want to show you this. Its name is Grind, and the quality of the print, it's
That's nice, man.
yeah, it's
You can
amazing.
tell those are nice, like thick pages.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, glossy, really well printed artwork too.
It's thick and glassy, as they like to say. Yeah, this is the second one.
I mean, that's spine. That's
Yeah.
that's not a magazine spine per se. Like that's intense. That beats the hell out of any of the PlayStation magazines I have. I'll tell you that. As far as the physical quality
Wait for
goes.
the
Wow.
third number, Joe. Don't rush it. Wait for the third number. So this is the second number, which is like it has a gimmick. It
Yeah.
Wait, why is it
halfway-
upside down? What's going on?
yeah, halfway you turn the magazine.
Yeah,
Alright,
because
alright, I see.
there are 2 designs used in this
Okay. I
magazine. There were 2 graphic designers, and they split it in 2. And when you are at the halfway,
Halfway,
into it, you need to turn it around. So And this one is the third one.
Oh my goodness. The phone book. Jeez.
Yeah. It
Yes,
has
it's like
200
220
pages.
pages or something like this. Crazy, absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Do they
With
make their own
Baldur's
cover
Gate,
art?
yeah.
Because that's
Yes,
beautiful. art.
everything.
Yes,
That's
everything
really
is,
nice. Really nice job.
yeah, and I'm really happy we have this
And it just
occasion
covers like
to-
all consoles.
Everything.
yeah,
it's
it's
not just
everything, and it's created by the community. You can
Yeah.
write.
You can write the
reviews.
article,
Yeah,
send it to them. They will do the editing and then
It's
the design, and then they will print it.
that's cool.
and then have also board games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
that
and
has something
the cool
related.
thing about the magazine, it's coming with some companions. It's not just the magazine, so
Mhm.
it comes with these little babies.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
So whenever you order it, so if you are a Patreon supporter, you can choose which type of box you like. So they print it for PS4, PS5.
Oh,
Switch.
really?
Yes.
Oh man, why do you gotta tell me that, bro?
So you can
I can
get-
resist Switch stuff. I can't resist PS4 stuff. Why you gotta
Yeah,
tell me that?
so they are correct because they say, oh, it's a downloadable, it's a download, it's a code in the box, so they put the right thing on the box.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a really full cover.
nice,
Switch
good job.
cover. And the cool thing is coming with a card, and on the card you have the download code. I mean, it's kind of a QR code which is free, so you can actually use it. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but it's grind.ro, where you can download the magazine for free. You can also print your own covers. So they offer these covers as
That's cool.
printable covers. So high quality, high resolution. You can go to any, publishing, whatever, Amazon, whatever you want, and you can print it out. So yeah, for each number, they also come with these companion boxes, which are insanely cool. The last one came also with another supplement. So the 220 pages one had also like a full review about Endor, the series. So it's like another magazine on top of the large one. So yeah, so
That's cool.
I mean it's
Great
quality,
stuff,
man. I'm
quality.
telling you,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
Nice.
like these guys are insane. They are amazing. Look, the one that Klamath is showing, the Andor supplement, which is like again a full book. I don't know. This one is it's like a magazine itself, right? So, and this is done by a guy who is writing reviews for movies and stuff like that. So he spent a long time to write this one. And it's free.
Cool.
That's the beauty, right? Everything is free. Community. I mean, if you want the printed one, it's not free because, by the way, it's non-profit. They don't make money out of it. They just use their skill. So it's kind of 100% for the community support. So it's amazing. These guys are awesome.
That is really cool. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, like as time goes on, I love collecting games, don't get me wrong, but like sometimes collecting stuff about games is more fun. Sometimes finding a gaming poster is more exciting to me than a game because I find games all the time. But I might not find, like
a guide or like a poster, like a
So like I was like I found some games the other day, and I think I've shown this in the past, but like it had the Jack and Daxter poster in it, and like this to me was more exciting than the game. I was like, oh my goodness, the poster, and it's already open, so I don't even feel bad about taking it out and hanging. You doing something with it? Let's go! Like. So it's like magazines and the artwork and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just as cool. And like, I love hand-drawn artwork. Like, I love gaming artwork that you can tell, like, not, fan made or community made, or even like those PlayStation independently made. It's not like from the company. Like, I don't know, dude. I just love it because it's like someone else's vibe on it, their take on it. And they can kind of like make it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just love stuff like that, man. So it's you hit me at the right moment to come to talk about this sort of thing because I'm in the mood, so to speak, for this type of stuff.
No, it's pretty cool to have magazines, and I mean, it's the feeling, right? Opening the magazine, going through it, looking at the pictures, starting to read about the game or the article, whatever it is, a movie, whatever, board game, whatever it is. It's a pretty cool feeling. For all of us, it's very nostalgic, right? I don't think kids in these days will still understand the nostalgia, but when we were young, we were just looking at pictures, right? We could not afford the games. That's why.
Well, that was the thing too. So, like, gosh, I'm going back to full circle. Back in the '90s, when you guys didn't have access to stuff, I was going to ask, like, were you able to get the magazines and stuff? Did you know about the console stuff? Were you drooling over this stuff and just wishing you had it, like, or
in
you
Romania,
just really not know?
You go, Klamath. You explain.
The gaming magazines in Romania covered in I think 90% or 95 only the PC games in the 90s.
Okay.
Because of that, because they weren't present in Romania officially or unofficially. They were too expensive, the consoles, so we had only the PC games. And also something interesting which we discovered during our podcast is that a lot of the games which are buying now based on nostalgia are not even games we played. We have nostalgia for the games that were present in the gaming magazines.
Yeah,
because you are still looking at the picture, you're staring, oh, it's a great game, and even if it wasn't.
Exactly, your imagination is going crazy, right? It's like, oh, how is this game? Just look at the picture, imagining, controlling the character, doing this and that, and then you read the story, and then you create something in your mind. Then you discover probably, I mean, right now it's like 30, 40 years later, which is insane.
I did the exact same thing with PC magazines here because, like I said, like I had some console stuff, but I would get PC magazines, and I remember looking at ads for like Phantasmagoria and like the Seventh Guest and like those PC games and stuff, dude. And I'm just being like, that looks so amazing, and just imagining what it was like to play that game, like just drooling over that stuff. And like I have nostalgia for Phantasmagoria, even though I never played it. That's so cool, dude. That is awesome, man. Like I didn't play it back in the day at all, but like it's still like a part of my childhood because I remember drooling like over that magazines, thinking about getting that game. And like I said, I play, I like the Gabriel Knights and stuff like that. So I did play some games, but
me too. It's my favorite series, Gabriel Knight.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah, man. That's so
man.
cool.
I was even on Rennes Chateau.
Oh, dude.
Holiday.
That's so sick, dude. Yeah, those games are awesome, man. Man, the vibe, the hair, everything about it. It's just so awesome, man. It's such a time capsule. Oh, dude, yeah. The old PC games have and again, like it's hard to tell people like how weird it was to be blown away by FMV in games. Like people just don't understand. Like back when that came out, that was insane. Like seeing like movies and games or any type of motion capture, anything like that was just mind blowing to me, because we were playing Super Nintendo and Genesis and stuff. So that was it was huge. Oh man. So yeah, well, dude, we're at the 2.5 hour mark. That was a pretty good show. Any last thoughts? Anything else you guys want to?
Thank you for having us. It was
there was a lot of fun. Yeah. Can you say one more time where people can like get those magazines and stuff like that?
Yeah, maybe I will give you the link and then you can post it in the YouTube description. I will give you the link.
Yeah, so I'm gonna add links to Klamath's YouTube channels and stuff like that, and then I'll put those links in there too afterwards, guys. If you guys have any questions, you want to check that out.
I don't know if you can post it. I gave you on the private thingy.
I can. It's not gonna.
Yeah,
I'll put it in there. Wait. I can put it in the chat, right?
Yeah, I think only you can put it in the chat.
I gotcha. So I'll put it in the chat here, and it's gonna go to a whole bunch of places. Like I know what I'm doing. All right, there it is. So yeah, if you guys want to now, last question: is it only in Romanian? Are they planning on doing an English version at any point? Or
I try to convince them to do that, but think about it. There are 2 or let's say 3 guys roughly that they're working on the editing and the design part. So I think it will be a stretch for them to. But maybe, I don't know. If enough people will blast them, say, "Oh, I want this in English. I want this in English." Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, everybody go and drop them in 100 and be like, English, and I give you another 100. No English, charge back. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's a terrible plan. I'm sorry. Don't do that. But yeah, then great episode, guys. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, hope you guys had fun.
Having us.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you again soon. And have a great rest of your evening. Take it easy, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting. Come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and memes, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing a song to the breaking dawn. Gonna rock this party all night long. So come on, everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready, you got one more chance. You found the